this is running and this is working, and then we'll say our hellos to everybody. So, oh, y'all, a couple of allos. Thank you, Astro. Appreciate your face. Hey, Shorty. Hey, Boomer. Hey, Walker. Hey, Tommy. And we have a couple of you. Okay, I appreciate y'all. Thank you much. Let's just say she could use a little extra kindness, and I know y'all always deliver on that, so thank you. But real quick, before we go any further, we have a Shane. Hello, Shane. Hold on. So Tommy, Shane, Walker, Boomer, Shorty, Astral. What's good? Can I still bully you though? I don't think I could stop you if I wanted to. What is this? Get bonus bits until 12/20, 25% off subs until January 2nd. Oh, that's pretty cool. Now, did we unlock that for the channel or how does that work? Apparently there's some deals and stuff. Yes, Shane. So shower in the yeah, exactly. Basically, Boomer. Thank you so much. Now hold on, chat. I'm actually genuinely confused. Okay, so I went to my Twitch page and it shows here, I'll show you guys. So you guys can see what I see, right? So this is what I'm looking at right now. I went to the page so I could double check the chat and see how everyone's doing. And it says this says bonus round unlocked, get bonus bits until 12, 20, 25% of subs. So is this because do I only see this or do y'all also see this? Because I don't know how this works. Did we unlock this? Or does everybody see this? Hey Bobby, good to see you. Yesterday we were as Walker put it in the Discord, we were carrying the boats and logs yesterday, so stuff had to get done. On mobile I see nothing. Slay. Well, that was basically that. Oh, gentle reminder, y'all. Make sure you guys have your drops enabled. So exclamation point drops in chat will give you a quick little reminder as to how to make sure you do that. So you have all the stuff that you should be earning and all that fun, awesome stuff. And if you are on Prime Gaming, don't forget to claim your cool shit for other games as well. Thank you, Walker. But anyway, yeah. Today we're going to be going back into normal gameplay. If any of y'all have questions and things like that, what I think I'm going to try to do though is I'm going to try and get verbally more comfortable with kind of saying things as I actively do them. The game that we had on I think what was it? Was it Wednesday? Last Wednesday? I want to put that up on YouTube because it was a really nice soldier game where we were able to kind of walk through everything that we were doing, the thought process of like, okay, we're getting into the game. What's my game plan? This is what I want to be doing. And then I kind of did word by word through the entire game and we ended up winning with really good stats because we were kind of actively remembering what we should be doing. And I was able to verbally do that for you guys. And I think that could be a nice little reference. Yes, it's snowing in Florida. How you doing, Zach? But I'm going to load this in. And then I also want to get some more VOD review stuff for you guys live on YouTube as well. So 2 videos that I want to have done by the end of this week are going to be, one of them was the streamer game where we got called out for cheating. And the other one was like a play-by-play playing DPS of like, hey, here's what we're trying to do and here's what we need to do and here's how we're going to do it. So that you guys can kind of see the thought process that goes through my head. Thoughts on the Mauga patch? I have not seen it. Wait. What am I looking at? Who the hell is going to spend this? Who's you're on drugs. But hold on. There's so many things happening. What is going on? Wake up, the recolors are in. Yeah, because this is the key one. This is the keyblade. Look, the keyblade. It's the keyblade, right? Which is legit just why does this look different again? Have I just not played this game and now I'm confused? It's literally this skin. See, it's the same. It's the same. They recolored it, chat. Look, it's got the thing, the fanny pack with the boots. Look at it. 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 Fanny pack with the boots. It's the same. Crazy. I can do this and dying, or could you forget my other option is I do this and dying? Tommy, I might. The Echo gameplay, I maybe. Play by play was amazing. Thank you, Zach. Appreciate your face hole. I redeem right now. Redeem for what, Shorty? What happened? VOD. Tuesdays and Thursdays. Remember, we're still doing that. Today is Wednesday. I like the Mercy recolor, but most are not great. See, I don't mind the recolors if they're cool. Like, for example, I think that this one's really cool. Now, chat. Let's play a fun little game. No, you're good, Shorty. Let's play a fun game. Do any of y'all know what the original name for this skin is? I'll pull it up in a second. But the original skin before the recolor, do any of y'all know what the name is? I don't DVD. I heard it was actually pretty good. I don't like Five Nights at Freddy because it's spooky, but if only I knew how to play her. Does anyone know what the original name is? Headless Horseman? I think I don't actually remember perfectly. Enchanted Armor. I thought it was like Frostbite or something, but I think Bobby is right. Maybe I'm thinking of the Reaper one. Yeah, but the one for Fada, this one's Frostbite. The one is, I think you were right. It is. It's the Enchanted Armor one. The head is so funny. But no, I have this skin for Farah, which I actually think is really, really freaking cool. But I don't play Farah, you know? It is what it is. It is what it is. We've got some pretty damn good skins for this character, and I just don't play Farah. I think Farah low-key has some really amazing skins. This is an old one. If y'all have this one, this is like from almost a decade ago. Unlocked with the purchase of the Watchpoint pack. Oh, I didn't realize that. Oh, no. Or Overwatch Origins Game of the Year or Legendary Editions. These are OGs. The Anubis and the Jackal ones. Wow. It's been a schminute, bro. Not being good at Genji because I never think they're really awesome. True, true, true. Coach last night made you proud. Went against Chasm, #1 tank, and Kaya DPS. Chasm is a ball one-trick player in EU. In case y'all didn't know, he's a very good ball player though. But yeah, ball is broken. I don't like this character. Chasm shows you why it's so broken. I'm gonna go on a mini tangent, but hopefully this will be really helpful for my tank players. Is the reason that ball is so busted is think of what Doomfist can do. Like, do you guys remember that Gibraltar game we had? This is very specific, obviously, but we had a Gibraltar game last week and we had the tank player actually come to our chat and I complimented them because what you guys saw was me kill 5 people with soldier like visoring and then finishing off people. But what most people wouldn't notice is the reason that was even a thing was because of what my Doom did. My Doom displaced an ulting Reaper, so there was nothing left to contest me, and then I got ridiculous amounts of value. So technically, my Doom was the one that carried that fight, even though on the kill feed, I'm the one that pushed the Q button and got all these kills. And so, with like 90% of players would go, "Oh, soldier carry." I'm like, no, that was not a soldier carry. I did not carry that at all. The Doomfist is the one that carried that fight. But unfortunately, most people they don't see that. They just go, "Oh, streamer pop off," this is cool. I appreciate the support, guys, but I'm not going to take credit for something I didn't do. You know, I pushed the Q button, and yes, I finished the kills, but the Doom was the one that carried that fight. The reason that was so good is because if you have, let's say, for example, someone that's on high ground, and I can do this, and let's say knock them off of high ground, because that's a valuable spot where they're safe, and I can now knock them off of the high ground. You know, like let's say this is on high ground and my team is down there. If I somehow do this, and now they're in the open, and they can get shot. That's really valuable. So the reason ball is broken is because the ball with 550 health, the fact that off of cooldown, I can do, I can do this where I boop someone away. I can displace them. I've got all this health to do all this crazy shit. And I can boop people to the point where I'm like firing. But anyway, I'm bad at ball. The point of the story is displacement. So if there's like an entire enemy team on high ground, and I can just push a button, slam them into the air, fight them, get armor off, and then I go boop, and I boop them off the high ground. The reason this character is so broken is because you're fast, you're tanky, you have displace, you have CC, you have area denial. Like, this is the most broken tank in the game. And the reason I say I don't like it is because he can do so much, but the average tank player will pick this character, they'll go in, they'll feed 400 to 600 health, do nothing, and then go, what is my team doing? What is my team doing? Where's my team? Where's my team? The team? Where's my team? 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 Where's my team? And then that's what they'll do for like 9 minutes. And then they'll act like, and then like, I'm touching point, guys. That's what most ball players do. But a good ball player realizes how busted this hero is. Anyway, this is something I kind of wanted to share with you guys. But yeah. It's something interesting to think about. The character's super strong. Displacing is crazy. Wins a pal that's by fear. Pretty much guaranteed #1 seed for the fountain. Woo, shit, Tommy. There you go. Hell yeah. I'm on point. Advanced, guys. Yeah, just walk up. I'm making space. No, you're not. You're just standing on point. Ball just isn't built for this game. Oh, well, he is apparently getting a rework and stuff. What are you doing? Yeah, guys, just walk forward, forehead, lol. Just click heads. Duh. You're playing Widow, just click heads, lol. The Mercy, she's just shoot her, bro. Easy peasy, man. Why are you struggling, man? Where are these patch notes, chat? Just hit the Mercy? Yeah, just hit the Mercy, lol. Where are the patch notes? Are they in here? Here we go. So this is as of yesterday. So I wasn't here for this. I have no idea what the hell to expect. Okay, so chain gun damage reduced from 5 to 4. The number of shots with the incendiary chain gun ignite enemies increased from 10 to 15. Cage fight ultimate duration reduced from 10 to 8 seconds. Just guys, why aren't we going in? Just live. Why are you guys dying so much? That I need to test this out. Let's see what's going on. Not good, but not bad. Have y'all seen the matchup with Mauga versus Reinhardt? If he pins, you pin, and you just go through his pin and he can't do anything. Like, this is like the most I've never seen a worse matchup. This is almost as bad as, so when Brig first came out on release, she could stun Reinhardt through shield. You'd have a Reinhardt holding his shield, and Brig could come up and go bang and bash you, and you'd stun out of shield, and you just drop it, and you get shattered by your own the enemy Rein. That used to be a thing, right? This is probably the funniest interaction I've seen since then. It feels a little bit better, but okay, so that actually feels nice. The fact that it takes longer to cause the ignite, I think that's decent, but my issue right now is the fact that he's got 350 bullets, you know? And he still shreds. This is Yeah, he does. It's too much. And they said that this is reduced too, right? So the duration is different. You just killed 3 people with less than 100 bullets. I agree. I think they need to knock down his bullets. Hear me out. 275. 275. That sounds like a weirdly random number. I don't know why people have this obsession with it has to be multiples of 50. 275. I say give him 275. His bullet, his reload speed is fine. 275. I think 275. That's my opinion. I think 275 would be fine. I think right now, genuinely, if you want free low and low elo, you want free low, like legit free low. If they don't tweak Mauga anymore and you're able to play him in comp, learn this character and you're gonna be fine. You're gonna be fine. You're gonna be so fine it's not even funny. Genuinely speaking. All right, no warm up. We haven't played in a little while. Actually, let's see what Fate gives us today. We might play some tank. We might play some support. How many times can you kill him without reload? 3 times. You can kill him 3 times if you do all headshots, but that's not realistic. How does Mug self-heal work? So it's based on the lifesteal thing. Hey, Patronums. Good to see. Yeah. Walker here plays a lot of Ryan, and he's pissed. He's actually pissed. All right, let's do some Ana. Okay, let's see what we have here. Oh my gosh. All right, let's see what we got. Cheers. Yeah, like right now, if you're playing Sigma or Diva, you can do, it's like a 40-60 in terms of matchup chances. Just finished the coaching session with A10 on tank. Patronums, how did that go? I think A10 is a very smart player. I actually think he's a very smart player. I think that probably went really, really well. Of the people that I see do coaching stuff, I like Spylo, even though we don't agree on everything. I like A10, and then I like that Atlas AV guy. Those are the 3 I like. No, I suck. Oh, I wish I could aim. Holy shit. No. Bro, this guy's a feeder. Anyway. Just some, hey Astro. Does he stream? Yes, he does stream. Y'all are crazy. Them two popped in my recommended a while back, lol. Y'all are crazy. But yeah, I think A10's very smart. I talked about it how last time where when he does his unranked to GMs, like he tries to actually make it somewhat educational because in the beginning of them, he talks about like some fundamental stuff, which I think is fantastic because it's like that's the part that's actually like you're gonna help learn from. Is he sleeping? Bro, how is this guy this shitty? Stop feeding. I have to nano this guy in just so he doesn't feed. Bro, our Reinhardt is wild. Soldier's one. Sleeping. Get back in here, dude. Get back in here, dude. It's fine. We're fine. Defeater. I know, it's fine. Assuming the GM took me less than a minute 30. Yeah, I really don't like unranked GMs. The reason I don't like unranked GMs is because right now they're super, super inflated. Not to mention there's nothing to be learned from them. I like A10s because at least he tries to like explain stuff in the beginning and be like, hey, this is the stuff that you actually need to know, and here's what I'm going to be trying to do. But most people just fast forward past that part, I'd imagine, which is a shame because that's like the actual good part about it. Alright, come on, Peter. Oh, I'm bad. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do that. Oh, holy shit, he did something. Shaddy did something. Zen sleeping. Who care? What? Huh? What was the question? Just game for 6 hours? Yeah, it's not even 6 hours anymore. Now it's just like, I don't know. Soldier dip? Nah, it was not a soldier dip, bro. Our tank was wild. Oh dear god. This shit was wild. Anyway, that was an interesting warm-up. But I went 5-0 and played stream 3, got made like what I do in stream. I turned it off the stream. I got mad. So how the game works right now is because the MMR system is supposed to be, it's geared towards keeping people from smurfing, right? But I think they over-tuned it because now you have people that they're not smurfing. They're just winning several games off of like, you know, in a row or whatever. So here's why I think it's messed up. And this is hopefully all the evidence that I need. Chat, if we go into quick play and we are getting GM and Masters players in our quick play matches, but then we're also getting gold players, people would make an argument of like, well, that's okay because it's just quick play, right? But then you could also make an argument of like, oh, that's just the game trying to find you guys matches as quickly as possible. which is fine and fantastic. It's fine, it's fine. But when the Blizzard says that the way they help you determine your MMR is quick play actually reflects it. If quick play reflects your MMR, but then your rank reflects your rank. Okay, I'm listening. What do we have in place to help close the gap between that? You know? So, I mean, does that make sense? Maybe I can explain it more clearly. If they're claiming that the system works as intended, and quick play reflects your MMR, and then your rank reflects your rank. But if you're telling me that if you're getting into games with a bunch of silver players in quick play and your rank is silver, that means that it's working, okay? But if you're getting into quick play games and some of you guys, let's say you have a bunch of masters players, but then in ranked you're gold, like does that make any sense? You know, like how do we close the gap? Hey Ainsley, movement training on 20 centimeters despair tracers clean up. Oh shit, okay, okay. I bought a number of balloons from my video stream. They're almost 4 feet tall. YouTube for tips. If so, who? When I first started playing, I definitely didn't watch a lot of people. When I eventually did start watching people, I watched a lot of Samito. But I didn't learn anything. It wasn't really for tips. I think I realized like really early on that I wasn't gonna learn anything. It was just fun to watch. You know? I was actually shocked by how many people were like, oh yeah, I'm learning, when they're watching something that's clearly entertainment value. Damn. Watch awkward. Stop it, Ainsley. Stop. I coach Atlas. True, shorty. Well, yeah, you think about it. It's a shotgun hero that's also a poke hero, chaotic, which is really interesting, you know? JQ's a poke character, but she can brawl. Oh, shit. Huh? Oh. They went the balance character. Very nice. Now watch what happens if I bob this, chat. Watch this. This is gonna explode. Watch it. Watch this. Watch it. Wait, why didn't you try to kill me, dude? And now the day bleeds into nightfall. Chat, am I delusional? I could have sworn I heard the reverb. No, I don't think he's nerfed enough. No. They need to lower his, like, his... Well done. I think what they need to do is lower his damage. The non-CCable pin is hilarious. My opinion is this: if you take any new tank and did they lower the damage though? They lowered the amount of damage per bullet, yes. And they also made it so it takes longer to trigger the incendiary. But just look at how fast okay, any new tank, watch the time to kill versus Reaper and Reinhardt. Look at how their cooldowns match up versus Reaper. Sorry, Reaper. Reinhardt and Winston. Look at how the cooldowns work and how the matchup is. That's the best way of telling. Because they're the OG tanks from Overwatch 1. They have not been changed, touched, tweaked, reworked, or anything based on their fundamental way that they play in the game since they came out, right? Except for nerfs, technically. Primal used to be way better until like all the damage increases have happened. At least in terms of like survivability. Reinhardt pin has only gotten weaker over time. It used to have like a nice long stun duration and now it's like gone. Even though it's an ultimate. You know? Take any new tank, pair them up next to Ryan and Winston in neutral. And that should tell you whether or not the character is too strong or not. I'm gonna do this. I forgot I can't CC that. That's so much fun. I tried. No, Astral. Actually, I disagree with that. Primal is very, very strong. Primal is very good. If you know how to juggle properly, you can do some crazy shit. Primal's super good, but the skill ceiling is higher. Some else pops really quickly. I don't know why people pretend he doesn't. That's because you're on Reaper. You should. And even that's okay, because then the Reaper has to, like, fully commit to shooting the Bob. It's not a one-tap. You know? Yeah, that's why people don't really complain about Primal the same way they complain about, like, let's say, Kiriko. Is because you can do a lot with Primal, but you actually have to do something in order to get value. And if you're better at juggling, you're better at using Primal, you can get a lot more value. And people are okay with that because it actually takes, like, effort to do. You know? Versus the other one is just push a button. Yo, can I land shots, please? Oh, I thought I could touch in time. My bad, chat. Meaning your skull with enough force to... It has to deal 250 at least. I don't think it has anything with you being British, Astral. I think you're good. You know? I think, when something is inherently difficult to do, I think that it being valuable makes a lot of sense, chat. Like, let me ask you a crazy question. Is it considered desirable or valuable to have a pair, like, six-pack abs? Right? You know, to have, like, a really nice, like, stomach. Hey, Chucky with the resub for Prime. Appreciate you, Chucky. Welcome back. So what I'm saying is that the reason it's desirable to, like, have a six-pack is because it's hard to do and you have to work hard to get one, right? Well, if you're able to use an ability that's difficult to use and you can pop off with it, it's the same thing. And yes, I just compared Overwatch to having abs. That's exactly what I just did, yes. Everyone wants a good bod. Slay. Let's see how long it takes. Let's see how long it takes. Let's see how long it takes. There we go. Thank you. Yo, I'm freaking blind. As long as I stop rushing, we should be okay here. Wait, how did that not land? Alright, well. I need to change my scope sensitivity for Ash. It's over flicking too much. Yeah, I'm over flicking. There we go. There's the burn. I big brained him so hard. They nanoed the Mercial. Let me out. 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 Oh. Hey, Kuzel. I'm done to reload. We checks hammers. Nah. You know what we should do? And I actually think this is a hilarious idea. Is what I would like to see, if I had like the money and the connections and the funds for it, what I would like to do is we take like... Okay, I'll explain this in a second. But imagine imagine like a, not a focus group, imagine like a collab, right? Hey, knock. So imagine if we did this. I want to show you guys what I'm talking about. Imagine, here's the scenario. Okay. So imagine this. Imagine if we take, and chat, I want you all to help me out. Let's say we'll use Overwatch as number 1. So we'll say OW. So OW2 is number 1, and that's going to be our FPS title. Now, give me a MOBA game, any MOBA game at all. That'd be sweet, Astro. Give me any MOBA game, and then also give me a RTS game. We'll use Baldur's Gate 3. So we'll say Baldur's Gate 3 for the RTS game. For Honor might count as a MOBA. I'm thinking more like top-down, like so like League of Legends or Dota. We'll use League of Legends. So this would be like a MOBA. And then we'll use World of Warcraft for our yeah, we'll use that for RPG. And then we'll also, let's do like a mobile game. We'll do Candy Crush. We'll use for our puzzle game. This one's kind of a troll one, but you'll see what I'm talking about in a minute. It's an MMORPG, Chaotic. That's the second half of that title. So, yeah. Okay. So Overwatch 2, FPS, Baldur's Gate 3, RTS, LoL is MOBA, WoW is RPG, Candy Crush is puzzle. What I'm talking about, no, it's still an RTS style RPG. That's the point, because it's a strategy based game. Like it's top down. You have to get creative, interact with the world. There's puzzles. It's a subgenre. It's the same way that Overwatch isn't technically a full FPS because there's also hero shooting elements. So it's a subgenre. It's still considered an FPS title. Baldur's Gate 3 is still an RTS. Real-time strategy. No. Anywho, point of the story is, imagine if we had, so these 5 games that are all different, right? Imagine we have 5 games that are in different genres. Imagine if we did a collab, if we had like the manpower, we had the influence, we had the connections, where we took like 3 developers or 3 of like the balance people from each of these things, and we put all of them into a hat. We put like each of these game titles into a hat, and you pulled one out like a Secret Santa, and you got a different game, and then they were given like, let's say 48 hours to go balance the game. I think that would be hilarious. I think it would be absolutely hilarious if, let's say, we made it so like Baldur's Gate 3 people got Overwatch, World of Warcraft got League of Legends got like Candy Crush, and Overwatch 2 had to had to balance change World of Warcraft, I think it would be absolutely hilarious. I think it would be unbelievably fascinating, like psychologically, to see it, to see like people that have been working in one genre for the longest time. And so in their minds, they're like, okay, here's how you balance a MOBA. And then they would try to balance an RPG instead. April Fool's every day, yeah. Or having someone that is in charge of like Candy Crush, right? Like a puzzle game where it's just microtransactions and pretty match, yeah, and it brings in a bunch of money, and have them try to balance a competitive shooter like FPS. I think that would be hilarious. I think that'd be an amazing video. We had sneak attack that would make it. Y'all are wild. Candy Crush devs would unironically balance any game and definitely better than. I don't think they would. I think that's the point. Is my thing is here, and this is not to call out the Overwatch community, but this is also to kind of bring a little bit of light to the world. A lot of people say that, hey, they want the devs to do a better job, but most of the people that say that could not do a better job, or they may strongly believe that they could. Like, give me the keys for a week and I'll fix this. But what if I asked you to put money on it? What if I actually asked you to gamble something that you didn't want to lose? Would you be as confident? Because the majority of people that would say, hey, I could do a better job, have no experience whatsoever with balancing games. So my whole point of this is to just say this, guys. A lot of these games have different levels of complexity to them, different genres. And at the end of the day, sometimes, if you really look at it, it's technically an impossible task. As you add more content and there's more moving parts and pieces to these different games, nothing will ever truly perfectly be balanced. And that's okay. But there's still some people that are convinced that no, the answer's out there. They don't know it. I'm like, no, there's a lot of moving parts. All the possible different things that could happen or couldn't happen, you have to account for and you can't account for. That's something to kind of consider. I would do an amazing job, but the chances for esports is gone. Walker, that actually leads me to my next point: is balancing a game for fun versus balancing a game to be competitively engaging are two different things. You kind of have to sacrifice. If you want to make something more fun, it's probably not going to be as competitively viable, right? Like they even talked about that, like the whole PvE stuff that they were talking about, where they had like the soldier ability where he would snowplow and push people out of the way. Unbelievably broken in like a competitive thing because it's displaced on a character that can run around the map and heal himself, right? Um, but in like a RPG thing where it's just like you versus a bunch of like AI and there's no real competitiveness, that could be super fun. And that's why they talked about how it would be a completely different game because it would be. It wouldn't be the same thing. They made Goomba stun people with their eyes but Overwatch is a fast FPS like CS. I think CS is slow and then fast, slow and then fast. Overwatch is kind of like that too. The maps are a little bit bigger, sanguine. So I think Overwatch 2 is a little bit more open and three-dimensional, and then CS:GO is also, but everything's a little bit closer. Isn't dang ball is crazy? I talked about that earlier. I think all Overwatch 2 has to, I'm not wait, hold on. Before I finish reading that, chaotic, I don't think there's a single perfect sentence that is truly all they have to do. There's no such thing as all they have to do. Because it's not just there's no way you can sum up or anyone can sum up how to perfectly fix this game in one sentence. It's not possible. I'll finish reading it now though. Is just nerf anti-heals effect specifically on tanks, reduce the healing support can dish out with a few exceptions, and kind of just make most tanks a bit stronger. Okay, now this is where, again, I didn't read it until the end. Now I'm going to get into it. So chaotic, you're talking about nerf anti-heals effects specifically on tanks. How? Reduce the healing supports can dish out with a few exceptions. How and what are the exceptions? And kind of just make most tanks a bit stronger. Most. What do you mean by most? Do you mean 60% of the cast, 80% of the tank cast, and how would you do them? Which tanks? How do you decide which tanks get stronger? Why not only some of them and not all of them? Why most? Why only a few? And which ones? And how are you going to do it? And then what are you going to do once that gets changed? What I'm getting at here, chat, is that any time you have a game like this with multiple abilities, multiple characters, it's an ecosystem. So if you change one little thing, it affects everything in the food chain. You know, if you have a food chain and you have like here, you have the apex predators up here, and then you have the different layers of stuff in each of these. If I all of a sudden get rid of something, that affects everything down here because they have one less thing that's going to be hunting them, which means all of the population of these things is going to go up, right? And then the same thing up here is if this is gone, these two things that were eating these three things, now they have one less thing to eat. And so their populations might go down. So you change one little thing and it affects everything above it and below it. So good matchups, bad matchups. And so that's a thing. Fix everything on the Hydra. It's going to take me a while to give the hows and whys, but that's the point, Chaotic. As long as everyone, hopefully at least within my community, is like intelligent enough to recognize that even if they knew which way to walk perfectly, like the exact way to get from point A to point B, and point B is as close to perfection as possible, it's still going to take time. It's not just, wake up, we're awesome. All I do is win, 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 no matter what. That's not how it works. Not only do we have to find a direction, but we also have to draw up a map for it, and then we also have to get there. So it's not as easy being a developer as people like to act. And I think it's very unfair when, we're constantly bashing stuff. Now, to be fair, I do have my moments where I'm like, what are they smoking? Because I do think that there's some things where we're like, no. Either they're doing this on purpose to like build hype and buzz around it, or they genuinely were drunk in the office and this somehow got approved. So those are my two things. Guaranteed that there'll always be the next thing they need to do. There really is no easy way. Yeah, exactly. And hey, sleeper. And you look at it from the sense of power creep. A lot of other content creators talk about power creep. Power creep is definitely a very, very real thing, and it's something to kind of consider. It's a very real tingy dingy. I'm gonna put this down to like 40 and see how that feels. So I think there will always be a next thing to kind of look at. Effects of anti-heal on tank specific, I'd say reduce the time, lasts about like 25%. I'm just throwing out the number as an example. Okay, maybe. But then we would also have to test it, Chaotic. Like, is 25% too much? Is it not enough? Are we looking at the wrong thing? Big difference between people who progress quickly and those who don't. Stubbornness. It's 100% stubbornness. The people that I think struggle the most are the ones that act like they're in the middle of an anime and they're the main character, and that's just not how life works. Yeah, no, but K-Dog, that's good though. I'm not bashing you. Having a starting number, that's half the process. That's good. Ready to learn themselves though, like a tiny little burger change you get per batch. It makes no sense and just slightly muddles the balance. Walker, I agree. I think that's a good place to start. Yeah, the ego shit is wild. I think that's a thing, but to me, I think I shouldn't even say ego. I'm gonna say confidence. The reason I say confidence is some people really lack confidence in themselves because they're scared or they have anxiety and things like that, and other people have too much confidence that is coming from nowhere. You know? True, Timmy. Yeah, I'm a little slow right now, chat. This is not good. I'm just chilling. I have natural cover, you don't, beaches. Natural cover. Natural cover, beaches. Natural cover, beaches. Natural cover. I'm so sorry. What? There's no way those toes are there just for eye candy. Yo, should I have a feet cam? No, I can't have a feet cam. I'm pretty sure I would get banned on Twitter. This is a golden mirror. Reaper, I don't think I don't think Reaper needs a rework at all. The reason I don't think Reaper needs a rework is because if, and this is, I think this is kind of very dangerous to kind of consider. But imagine a world in a galaxy. Imagine a world in a galaxy where if you take the entire DPS roster and you take characters that are like super good up close but really shit far away, that's what we call a niche pick, right? Like the Widowmaker change where they gave her an SMG to where she's a little bit more, she can defend herself in maybe like closest range. But if they gave her more of like a shotgun SMG that's a little bit closer range, just so you can't, Widow 76 mid range, I think that would be something. My point is that if you start making characters good at every single range, if you do it to one of them and you do it to another and another and another, it's gonna start to kind of become where every character is basically the same thing, and that will become boring as shitaru. Boost healing certain sports condition. Might reverse healing support that way. It may have an AoE heal. It's mostly single target. I keep that in a lie. Hold on. Okay, I'm gonna have to read that in a second because half of that was. Hold on. I'm gonna die. What are we shooting at, big dog? That should die, right? Nice. Anyway. You just see Gary. Yeah, that just had to basically. Yeah, no, okay. Like, I'll read it again because I want to make sure I'm understanding what you're saying. Good snare could spell events where his counters are too OP against him. We'll talk about that in a second too. Haha. So I'm gonna pressure the point. Nice. Oh, I'm so cute, bro. Anyway. I don't know what blickies are, but I feel like I'm gonna get banned if I say that. Anyway. Oh, thank you, Pyro. Yeah, I don't know about that. Very good Weapon. We'll talk about it in a second. Yeah. Should die, right? Now I go for the flank. That's a support character. That's a support. I'm fine. Look at this. That's crazy. That's insane. Para, you're insane. And don't worry. Chaotic, I'm still gonna look at your message. Okay. I think I'm decently warmed up, chat. We're gonna get some good games in today, but I think we're on like a really good path, and this is really good conversation that we're having. So we're gonna finish the conversation while I finish warming up, and then I'll be good for some games. Check liking. Okay. Before y'all say some wild shit up in the stream, I hear Atlas going, "That's crazy. That's insane." Thank you, pizza. I'm just gonna keep getting ignored. No, you're not, Chucky. You're good, big doggy. I may have missed something, Chuck. There's a game going on and there's a bunch of people typing, so if I miss something, I'll look at it in a second. True. Stop it. Where are these bitches? I hear the bitches. They're out. The bitches got out. No cleanse. Shit. Right now we're chilling. They took the mega. Yes, I play Ashe like Genji. It's fine, though. Oh, that was a horrible ultimate. There's the fade. Where's the Moira? I'm gonna shit. I'm gonna shit. I'm gonna shit. Ah, what? Huh? Metro. I was gonna say Metro, but he's toxic. Kuzal, I'm so sorry. Oh my. Kuzal, the best advice I can give you is if you're playing Soldier and you're going up against a Winston, how do you go up against the Winston matchup? Oh, shit. Okay, Katic, do that on Discord, please. Just DM it to me. Nah, Para, stop it. Only Legs? I think Only Legs is a very good Soldier player. I don't see him doing a lot of teaching stuff, though. Guys, keep in mind, though, like, I've outright said it. I don't feel comfortable actually being educational and like teaching and being able to even hold conversations with you guys in GM. Absolutely not. Like if I'm playing off stream and I can just chill and focus on the game, then I've climbed. I actually stopped playing support because my support was getting too high. Because it's just like I don't have like a chat to entertain and ask questions and blah 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 and stuff like that. So obviously it's more brain power. If I couldn't even fathom the idea of being able to like play the game well without feeding, also talk and answer you guys while also listening to what you guys are saying, trying not to miss most of what's going on, thinking about an answer while also playing, trying to aim, and then also play well. I can do that against diamond players because I think I'm better than the average diamond player when I'm doing all of that. Just want to watch their habits, etc. Oh, and then Kuzo, that's solid. That guy played quick play. Okay, so hold on. Kuzo, this is just really quick bonus advice. If I'm playing Soldier against Winston, what do I do? How do I play that matchup? If we're doing Soldier versus Winton, Kuzel. Soldier versus Winton. Just shoot the bubble? Y'all are wild. No, seriously. He's like Emong. He got 1,000 comp games played in one season. I think if you lay that much, you can do it with your eyes closed. More or less. Just kill Winton. Like, I've had people come into my thing. This is why I ended up just privating my profile, where they're like, bro, how are you playing 1,000 games and you're only in Diamond? I'm like, because I'm also answering questions and thinking about theories and also everything else going on. And I play this game like 4 to 8 hours a day. Anyway. Okay. If you have, let's say you have Soldier 76 versus Winton. Okay, so Soldier 76 versus Winton. Avoid his leap range, play off angles, and force him off if I have support. Okay, let's break it down. Best 76 to Fran and Gale. Yeah, I think Gale is I actually think that Gale was super cool and nice, and then the more he hung out with Kefri, he became like this really passive aggressive, sarcastic person. You know, you are who your friends are. I think Defran is I'm very biased. I think Defran's great. But yeah, Defran is an amazing aimer, like mechanically. His tracking is out of this world. He's very good. He can't land on me. So Pizza talked about range. Kuzo's talking about range. Okay, so let's break this down. So effective range, ER is effective range, right? Number two, we'll say cooldowns, and then number three, we're gonna say mobility. Okay, so between these three, who gains the advantage for effective range? For soldier, is it close? Is it mid? Is it long? So C, M, or L? Close, middle, long. Soldier 76. Close, middle, long. It's a long range, right? Soldier's a long range hero. He's considered a mid to long range hit scan. Winston, is he a close, middle, long? Chat, keep in mind, what we're talking about is if the fight gets farther away, soldier has the advantage, right? In game, except for the scoped heroes. Pizza, that's true, and most people don't even. When I tell you guys about effective range, a lot of people, the fact that like the majority of people in the chat were like mid range, mid range, mid range, mid range. I'm like, no, soldier's a long range hit scan. That's what he's considered. If you look at his fall off, this is why Cassidy kind of sucks nuts, is because he's actually a mid, almost mid to close range hit scan. That's why he sucks. And that's why the Widow nerf to where they dialed her in into being closer to like an actual true long to mid range hit scan, where before she was just straight up a long range hit scan. That's why that was a big deal. And then Winston is going to be close, right? So in terms of the matchup here, long range it goes to Soldier, at close range it goes to Winston. Okay, so that's our first clue. That's our first. This is going to be a magnifying glass. No, that's not going to be a magnifying glass. Anyway, so long range, close range. Cooldowns. How often did the cooldowns come back that really make the character scary and really good in the 1v1? I would say Winston has the advantage, right? So Winston has shorter cooldowns. So advantage is here, and the disadvantage is here. So Winston has the advantage there. And then mobility. Okay, which one has better mobility? I would say that Soldier 76 has better mobility because it's constant. It's not dependent on any cooldown or anything like that. So this is a passive. And this is a cooldown or has a timer. Okay, so long range versus close range, which means that for effective range, who can start shooting first and doing the most amount of damage in that matchup? If we're both coming from spawn and we're both about to like start a fight, right? It's going to be advantage towards the soldier. So advantages for soldier. Cooldowns. Winston has better cooldowns. Straight up. He's a tank. He's supposed to. So advantage goes to Winston. And then mobility. Okay. Well, I would say that it goes to soldier. So just based on this information, Kuzel, if we have an advantageous opportunity here, we have an advantageous opportunity here, but we have a disadvantageous thing to consider here. That means that we want to focus on this and this when it comes to fighting Winton, right? So Pizza, you read my mind. So poking, forcing cooldowns early, drawing his aggro, whittling him down, weakening his dive as he's either setting up or now rush to dive before it's optimal, or maybe he misses up his timing because you're pre-poking him, and then kiting him. So you can bait him to go on you, and then you leave, take a new angle where you can find value on something else in the meantime, so that he's now either forced to wait to dive again, he's stuck in the middle of God knows where, or he now is kind of just out of the fight temporarily and is forced to go into an unfavorable fight because now he has to drop. Where did he dive? When did he dive? Who's around him? And that devalues his original plan. So if you are trying to fight, and this is just basic, this is very simplistic. If you were trying to fight Soldier 76 versus Winston, and you're doing it with the intention or the play style thinking that your cooldowns are just going to outright be better than his cooldowns, you're going to lose the majority of those fights. Just statistically, you're going to lose the majority of those fights. Right? All fun and games until the Winston solo ults, but that's also cooldowns. Your ultimate is just a big fancy cooldown. He's got a better ult than you do. That's what I'm saying. So who can start shooting first? The soldier. So pre-poke is fantastic. So you're going to poke him out. So you're going to pre-poke him. Cooldowns? Nope. He's got the better cooldowns. And then for mobility, okay, you can kite / bait. There you go, Kuzul. I just saved you 100 hours of having to watch another player and try to get something educational out of it. Now, if you still want to watch only legs, you can do it for entertainment reasons. And maybe with this in mind, you might notice some of this stuff that he does and go, oh shit, this is what Atlas was talking about. So now you're probably, now that you know what to look for, you're probably going to know what habits to pick up on and what habits are mistakes. So when you do watch only legs, you go, okay, here's a nice little simple habit plan to kind of go for the Winston matchup or any dive tank, really. Just ask yourself effective range, cooldowns, mobility for Soldier 76 versus whatever tank you're talking about. Effective range, cooldowns, mobility. In which of these do you have the advantage? And then consider those. Can I send a Mauga rollout vid and tips and tricks? Sure, Pizza. That's the roster, pretty much. More or less. There might be some small tweaking. My issue with Genji, though, is his base movement speed is almost the same as my sprint and is more consistent burst at close range. If it's bad map for me, it almost feels like an auto-lose with how versatile his mobility is compared to Winston's. Kuzel, are you ready? Sleeper absolutely we can do tomorrow for coaching. Hold on, ready? Where's the thing? Chat, how do I do the thing? Where's the thing? I don't know how to do stuff. Okay, ready? What in the blue nipples? Why is that so thin? Why is it so thin? Okay, ready? Soldier 76. And you said Genji? We're gonna do the same exact thing, chat. Soldier 76 versus Genji. Y'all ready? Okay. Effective range. Who has the advantage? Sanctum feels like cheeks. I mean, some of us love a good pair of cheeks. I'm just saying. Blue frostbitten nipple. Tommy, stop reading my mind. Me at long range. Okay. So advantage goes to soldier. So this is going to be, again, we do it like this. So close range is Genji, long range is soldier. Okay. Now, cooldowns. Who's got better cooldowns? Soldier or Genji? I'm curious as to how y'all view this. Cooldowns, Genji. I'll give that to Genji, yeah. So I would say advantage Genji, disadvantage on Soldier 76. So this is a yes. This is a no. And then let's look at mobility. Mobility is soldier, but it's much closer. Okay, but we'll still give it to soldier. So advantage. And this is going to be, again, a passive. And this is going to be a cooldowns. Okay. So with that in mind, what does that look like? Effective range. We're going to We're going to poke cooldowns. We're going to try to avoid that. Now, I will write this down. This can be a skill diff. This can be a skill diff. And then get them to waste their cooldowns. So if he doesn't have his cooldowns versus he does, like deflect is the big one, dash is another one. That's something to kind of keep an eye on. And so if you can punish him when he doesn't have cooldowns versus when he does, that's a skill diff. Your game sense, you're aware what's going on. It also leads to poking him early to where he's pressured to use his cooldowns when he has to versus when he wants to. And then your mobility for your cooldowns. You're able to kite him, but you're also able to duel him in such a way where if he has to use his cooldowns, he's either going to use it to go in or he's going to use it to back out. Everyone understands that from Genji, right? The best Genjis know that if you're like 3 feet away from something that you're diving, unless you're going to confirm a kill, you don't waste your dash. You just keep right clicking. So not wasting cooldowns, obviously, but kiting and then, you know, off angles. Sure. Call it off angles. I know you mentioned off angles before. That's more specific stuff, but you guys get what I'm saying. What if Genji has the Mercy Pocket? Your effective range is still better. The cooldown thing, because he now has more resources, so he's scarier in his effective range. And then for mobility, Mercy Pocket does not make him more mobile, so the same exact thing applies. If you guys have more or less resources, the only one of these that it's really going to affect is going to be the cooldown thing. It may slightly tweak effective range because now damage boost can accommodate for fall off, but it will not make you aim better. So keep that in mind. If you're playing a hit scan hero, the reason it's so strong on hit scan heroes is because it can make up for fall off. If you have a projectile hero and if you're missing your shots anyway, or even if you're playing a hit scan hero and you're missing your shots anyway, damage boost is multiplicative. It's not additive. So if you're multiplying someone that can't aim, you're multiplying nothing. Your dad, when he can get on top of you without using dash, then he can chase you down. Yeah. Range needs out of this, you'll be fine. Yeah, so it's effective range, you have an advantage. Cooldowns, you have a disadvantage or a skill diff. Mobility, you have an advantage. So just like that, Kuzel. Again, I just saved you 100 hours of watching another content creator and going, I wonder if I can figure this out eventually. Effective range and mobility. These are your strengths. This is what you use. You can apply this for basically almost any matchup in the game. Effective range, cooldowns, mobility. Take those 3 into consideration, and then you can see how you should be taking the matchup. Now, if you happen to find something where you have one character that you play, and you put in a character into the second slot, and you go, effective range, we have the same effective range, that's a tie. Cooldowns, they're better than me, and mobility, it's either a tie or they're better than me. What that should tell you is that there's probably 4 other things on the field that you should probably be fighting instead. Or if you are forced to fight this, you go for neutral trading as opposed to actually expecting to win. You shouldn't outright lose if you're smart, but you're not always going to expect to win alone. Does that make sense? Got even at Masters 1, I feel like there's a canyon of things I still have to work on. But isn't that exciting though, Kuzel? I think the reason that so many people like Overwatch is because there's always room to improve, but it also feels genuinely rewarding. The only people that I feel like don't enjoy improving at this game are the ones that delusionally think that they're done learning, or they're too stubborn to admit of like, oh, okay, I guess that, yeah, I guess I didn't know that before. And it's like a fucking ego pride thing. You know? Thank you, Zach. Appreciate you. Sent the bug over in Discord. Some of the people cool if you want to watch it. I didn't realize how mobile he was. Maybe tomorrow. Thoughts on rank 3.0? For season 9, I'm very excited. I think it will be. They talked about the MMR reset before that they did a couple seasons back, you know, where we had like GM players knocked into bronze, and that was the whole thing. Now they did admit to breaking that, but they still had the really shitty card system. I'm excited to not have the card system. I'm a big fan of after the game is over, you go up or you go down, or showing us something indicating the direction we're going in. The fact that they're showing us not only that, but they're going to be having a little indicator being like, hey, you're going up a little bit quicker, and the reason is you've had exemplary uptime, you've won multiple games in a row, you're going against people that are higher elo than you and you're doing well. Cool, I'm all for it. But in the same thing, if you start going down, it'll tell you, hey, you're on a losing streak. Hey, you don't have your monitor on. Hey, you're losing to shitters and you shouldn't be losing to shitters. Get good, kid. Like, even if they do that, I'm cool with it because at least we're not left in the dark, you know? That's my opinion. It does. Seeing that improvement is how I enjoy the game. I've said this before, and I think it's really amazing because the amount of different elo people we have in this community, and all of y'all are positive, and we all have off days and good days and bad days and y'all, but we have right now, I can see we have GM players, we have masters players, we have console players, PC players, we have silvers, we have golds, we have diamonds, we have plats. That's pretty freaking cool because it means that somewhere along the road we have found a way to teach our community, because you guys also help me, y'all also teach each other, so it's not just me doing it, you guys are just as awesome for this, is that we're able to teach each other and come up with conversations or outlines that are able to be understood by people that are on lower ladder and higher ladder, people that have been playing for maybe the first time ever in Overwatch 2 a couple months ago or maybe a year, and then people that have been playing since Overwatch 1 came out and everything in between. And that's pretty cool. The video that I'm working on, it kind of takes this concept a little bit and goes in depth with it, but it's like a cake. I'm baking a cake of like how to view the game through the eyes of a perfect Overwatch player, and it's meant for bronze 5 players and rank 5 players. That's the whole point. Hey Moist, welcome, welcome. So, because that's never happened before. There is no content on the internet whatsoever, or for the Overwatch community that has that. Now, I can't say assistant coach anymore, but my friend Ainsley, that y'all have had the pleasure, he's actually helped coach some of you guys. He's done some aim training. He's helped me with that, so I'm gonna make sure he gets credit as well because credit where credit's due. I'm not gonna act like it was all me. He was the one that was up with me until 2 in the morning, also helping me cook the cake or bake the cake. So I'm gonna credit him as well, and we're gonna try to no, the team's duration expired. So now I am currently free. I don't think I'm going to be looking for another team to start coaching until the beginning of the next quarter, so in January. And even if I do, I think I'm going to go with an NA team just because the time zone differences are a little bit easier. So, and if anything, I might look for like an assistant coaching job so that I can do a little bit um, less involvement. And honestly, chat, I'm probably gonna look for a paid position because before I was like volunteering in order to just like create work with a good group of people, but also to kind of like build up getting back into coaching and stuff like that. So, but I'm gonna be looking for a paid position most likely. Well, I gotta keep the lights on, guys. This shit ain't free, so we're working on it. Anyway, Kuzel, hopefully this answers your questions. Does this make sense? The whole Soldier 76 versus Genji, effective range, cooldowns, mobility, and then kind of like write this out. And this took us what, five minutes? Not even 5 minutes. We did the one for Winston. I went bam bam bam. I did it in like 2.5 minutes. It took to write this out. Acquire that currency. That was in gold. He's old and stubborn. He's been playing since Overwatch 1 released. At that point, it's hard to change. Who? Me? Shit. All right. I just got called out. I haven't been playing since release. My first competitive season was season 7. That's I only count season 7 because before then I was just playing for funsies. I think Pizza's comment was that. Isn't that awesome though? Kuzel, another person in the community just helped open your eyelids and just made you better. Shit yeah, bruv. I need to give up angles more often to give Genjis if I really want it. The joke I made videos earlier. Thank you, Chaotic. Yeah, Trucky, what's up? Tommy, there's a lot of people. Anyway, yes, Trucky, what was the question? I want to understand how to face off with Mauga. Okay, Trucky, give me a character that you're playing. We'll do this one more, and then I want to do some comp games today, chat. Okay. Hog, of course. Okay, ready? Let's do this together, chat. Hog, Mauga. I almost wrote shitter, but that's not nice. Okay. So effective range, cooldowns, mobility. Okay. Can you guys see my head? There we go. I'm gonna dip my head down. Okay, so effective range, cooldowns, mobility. Effective range. What is hogs and what is maugas? Thank you, pizza. As soon as I can come back. All right, Chaotic. Good luck. Hog is close to mid, I'd say. So he's mid and close, right? Because he has the two effective ranges. His hook is mid, it pulls them close. He's able to do damage. His left click is close and far away. It's got two built into one. His breather is not really range dependent, but that's how he exists. So he's like close to mid, right? Mauga. Same question. Same thing, right? Close to mid. Well, he can do a little bit of poking at 30 meters, so he's kind of like a mid-range thing, but he definitely favors the more close thing. And he's able to do his double stupid gun burr burr melt melt, right? Okay, so we're going to consider this to be effective range is going to be the same. And now this is where we get a little bit a step deeper, chat, because this is why anytime we have a tie, we ask ourselves straight up, we look at burst damage, burst healing, damage over time, healing over time. Remember my numerical concept, right? Those four numerics that we do. Okay, we go to the top. Burst damage, burst healing, damage over time, healing over time. So what we're going to get to is that at these axiom that's basically the same thing. You're good. Welcome, by the way. So with this, which one of these characters do you think can do more damage to the other in those ranges, in that close to mid? This is where I'm going to make you use your brain hole, Trucky. Use your brain hole. Close to mid, I think Malga, but Bahag has the better burst. We have brain holes, yas. Okay. So the way I view this is that the pre-poke of bursts that you're referring to, right, Truckaford, it's gonna favor Hog a bit more in the mid, and then as we get closer and closer, it's Mauga. So what that means is that the longer you can keep the slightly more distance in between these two characters, this is where your advantage is. And then the more we get a little bit closer, this is where Mauga has the advantage. That makes sense? Uh-huh. See. We. Igen. That was like 4 different languages. Right? So if you're playing Hog and you go trap on the ground, just autopilot, oh, is it pull them, put them in? Hey, Mauga killed me. What the hell? It's maybe because you're actually giving the Mauga player what he wants, and that's to be able to get closer. Okay. So advantage, more mid-range poke. Advantage for Mauga, a little bit more close range. So even in this, even though they have the same effective ranges where they can both do the close to mid, we take a step further, we look a little bit closer, and we go mid range is more for Hog, closer range is more for Mauga, right? Now cooldowns, this is the next part. Cooldowns for Mauga, he's able to close distance better, and Hog's hook only works against him. Interesting, Tommy. But I want Traki here. Do you agree with Tommy or do you not agree with Tommy? So if we look at cooldowns, who's got better cooldowns? This is where it gets interesting. I already have my answer, but I'm curious as to how y'all think. I think it's similar to the Hog v 1v1 situation. Kuzel, from what I've heard, those Mauga movement cooldowns doesn't work as well as an engage. You all are both on the correct path. What can I say except it's time to whole hog? Zach, you've also just dinked the edge of geniusness. Where you hook late into the fight to secure kill on a low HP enemy. I think Hog has better cooldowns in general, but in the matchup, Maugas are better. So you guys are all kind of just dinking at the surface of geniusness. So what if I told you that the cooldown matchup is entirely dependent on how the cooldowns are used? So what if I told you that if you allow the Mauga to get into his effective range and use his cooldowns, he's going to have the upper hand. Versus if you're a Hog and you stay in your slightly advantageous effective range and you use your cooldowns to complement that, then you still have the advantage. AKA skill issue. Kind of. So what I'm going to say is that this is actually a tie. And it's going to come down to skill diff. Now, again, this is only with the 1v1. This can very quickly be turned in one direction or the other, depending on all the other things going on, because it's not a 1v1, it's not a deathmatch game. There's other resources. And this is where it gets tricky, because you have to keep in mind, like, if their cooldowns, that the other resources that the Mauga is getting, they're absolutely French kissing him from behind. The Mauga is going to have a very clear, obvious, oh my god, it's like he's got speed boost to get him closer to you faster, he's nanoed, or he has just a nade smacking you and you don't have a cleanse or a way of kind of stopping that. It's going to get really scary really quickly. But if we're just talking about Hog versus Mauga, in terms of what you should be looking to make plays during, or what ranges, what cooldowns, this and that, it can be a skill diff. It's because your breather can shrug off insignificant damage, and you can also use it to disengage from the fight. His charge thing, it doesn't really do much other than maybe being able to break through the trap on the ground or mitigate hook, but the damage isn't something you're really afraid of. So if he doesn't have his charge pin thing, you can still do things with hook, like maybe displace him off of high ground, which can be very valuable. You can use it to maybe force out cooldowns. You can use it to slightly slow him if you catch him in the trap, to where you can continue to poke him down. So again, the cooldown thing is going to be a skill diff or a skill issue in terms of how you kind of play, keeping in mind what the effective range is. Now, mobility, this is an interesting one. Which one of these characters do you think has better mobility? So in mobility, or as Axiom put it, nudity. Who has the nudity diff? Hog when he flies with ult, y'all are wild. Mauga has a movement ability, but Hog has displacement. Okay, so if we're just talking straight up mobility, cooldown advantage, cooldown displacement, disadvantage. The reason that this is a disadvantage for Hog is because if he uses his hook for just a displacement, he can't do much else with it. That's basically what you're going to do in this matchup. The reason that Mauga has an advantage for the cooldown matchup is because his mobility cool can be used to reposition, engage, disengage, basically bait and nullify CC, there's multiple applications for it. So simply for the reason that his mobility tool in a cooldown, even though Hogs is displaced cooldown is technically affects mobility, the reason Mauga has the advantage is because the amount of ways you can use it, there's more variety. And that allows the player that's playing Mauga to be a bit more oh, therefore raising the skill ceiling behind the cooldown. Engage, disengage, CC, whatever it may be. So there's more options versus for Hogs, you can use it for a combo, but it's still displaced in that you're either displacing them positionally to give them a disadvantage or give you an advantage, or you're using it to set up a combo. That's basically your two options, right? And then the other one is obviously going to be the ultimate. That's also a displace, but the ultimate isn't going to come around as often as the pin is. So ult is considered a long cooldown. If the only win condition is that's going to be really rough. Does that make sense? So if we know that the advantage here is in mid range, so mid for you is the advantage, and here it's close is the advantage, or rather you have a disadvantage for that. This is going to be a tie. And then for the cooldowns, the Mauga is going to have a bit of an advantage, which means the best way to do Hog versus Mauga is you look to basically trade with him in neutral, keep him at mid range, and while you're able to abuse things like high ground, off angles, and farm his backline and his squishies. So the best way to go from Hog versus Mauga is to not take direct fights at anything other than mid-range and play to either displace him or abuse the fact that if you pressure his other members of his team hard enough, he has to chase you in order to be able to deal with you because he has to close that distance. Yeah, I would agree with that. So Mauga's moving really. I think the best way to use it is to force situations where you can pull Mauga off of the high ground and force a fight on high ground. Does that summarize it? I've learned. Holy shit. The evidence is in the chat. Good job, Truckee. Chat, does this make sense? If you guys have questions as to why, that's the point. Does this make sense, though? So we hit and run. Draven, that's an interesting way of looking at it, more or less. So now, to be fair, this is a fairly simple thing to do, but Blizzard has never done this for their players. Blizzard has nowhere any way of going, hey, this is how you learn at the game. And even stuff like that I just showed you, this does not exist on YouTube. I want to put this on YouTube for y'all because this is something that any player can do, whether they just first started playing the game or they've been playing for years and years. And whether we just helped a Masters player in chat, and we also just helped a Plat player in chat. Tell me you can't do this at any rank, at any matchup in the game. Take any two characters, effective range, cooldowns, mobility, and you can at the very least go into it and be like, oh, I'm so sorry, Diamond Truckee. So I'm sorry, you're Diamond now. Forgive me. And this will at least give you some kind of a game plan. And we've shown that having a game plan versus not having a game plan is really, really helpful in this game. Going into something and having a direction that you're going in versus going and then just winging it is going to be less happy. I've literally never played Overwatch in my life, but I'm going to use this knowledge IRL. You could probably do this as well for like your actual like 9-to-5 job. Be like, all right, do I want more hours or less hours, or do I want to raise? Okay, I want to raise. Does my manager like me? Is my manager in charge of whether or not I get a raise? So you figure out who's in charge of you getting a raise, ask them what you need to do in order to get one, and then how do you do it? It's a 3-step plan. Poggers, And then from there you react. Anywho, but yeah, like I said, we're probably gonna stick this on YouTube just to have it more accessible for people. And I don't know what we're gonna call it, chat. We have to kind of come up with a game plan for it. I'm use Hog to target Mugga's backline IRL. There you go. This matchup feels very contradictory to Hog's normal playstyle of burst, where he prefers sustained fights as mid-range here. Probably why it was so difficult to learn. But Kuzo, you're like a high ranked soldier player, and we just did one for you in terms of like Genji and Winston. And maybe I'm assuming things, but chat, be honest with me. Was it difficult to follow along, or was it difficult to kind of go, okay, I see your reasoning there? Because the whole point is to make this as simple to understand as possible. Because my theory is the more simple you can make it, the more people you can help. And it also makes it so you avoid overthinking. Effective ranges and matchups, maybe a title. I like that, Kuzul. Call it sham and scram method. Okay, Draven. If that ends up getting some popularity, I'll send you a check in the mail. The game plan on Rhine and Maga is switch hero. The one for Rhine is actually wild. I tried a play style where we basically played Rhine to displace, so flank displace, and that was the only thing I could do. The only thing I could do with Rhine was a flank displace play style, and it actually worked pretty damn good. But there was a lot of like you have to pivot. You have to do like a lot of like pivoting and like kind of cornering and stuff like that. That's a completely different concept. That's like for tank players, but 3-step plan to every hero matchup. That could be good too, Trucky. I appreciate y'all. But yeah, this is gonna go on YouTube, so I'm gonna make a little note for myself. Future me, we went over some cool stuff for YouTube, so for matchups. But yeah, some Reaper playoff tank. But Chad, does that make sense? If any of y'all have questions like this, maybe I'll do some more stuff like this tomorrow. If any of you guys are like, hey, help me with a matchup, we could do that. I might even add this as a channel point reward. This could be something cool that we do. So we'll do it for like, hey, Atlas, I have X amount of channel points. Can you help me write up a matchup schematic for this character versus that character? And there's a whole bunch of combinations that exist. So that could be super cool. Here's the one tip versus every hero. This is 3 steps to understand every matchup. Well, so Trucky, and I know I'm biased because I'm the one that came up with it, but I kind of like my approach differently than CarQ's because CarQ's includes a lot of like tech stuff, maybe, but he doesn't go as in depth because he tries to cover every hero in that short video that he has a time frame for. So I understand why he does it. I think that's very cool how he does that style. Mine is definitely more narrowed down. You could turn it into like a flow chart for decision making. That's a good idea, Pizza. Hammond squeals in the background. I keep thinking my breath is the reward and matchup analysis. If y'all have ideas for the title, drop them in the Discord because I'm not going to be able to remember all of them. But if you have really cool ideas for it, drop it in the Discord. Like tag me in the general or something like that. Like, hey, ideas for that flow chart video. That'd be cool. Getting off a ball. All right, let's queue into comp and we'll have some fun. That was the point I was trying to make, yeah. But hopefully we were able to help the 3 of y'all. Kuzel, Trockaford, and then I think Pizza, you also helped us with Danka. Danka. And Draven too. Draven went bang, big brain, knowledge expanding. Ah! He just, you know, thought that was awesome. So, good luck, Chucky. It's like ball more than before. All right, we're focusing. Masters role challenger. Masters. Why do we have Masters? I'm in Diamond. This is low Diamond. Why do we have Masters players in the lobby? Wow. Okay, let's see what we have. Okay, so Kiriko, Moira. We have a Ball and a Widow. I was actually going to go Widow myself, but then I saw this. So Ball, Widow, Moira, Kitty. This is going to be something. So I want to play something that can keep up with my hamster. Something that can keep up with my hamster. So I think I go Echo here. That's an interesting start. Let's have some fun. No, you're good, Draven. I'm trying to explain why. So the reason I go Echo is I'm going to be looking at it as like, okay, do I need to help my tank? Or am I going to be kind of like maybe looking to follow up with my tank like indirectly or directly? So what I'm going to basically be doing is I pick Echo because I can get healed relatively well from my supports, not the best, but I'm also able to kind of avoid some damage and figure out what I need to pressure. So the BAP's on high ground. I can do this. Ball's going on top right. I need to be with him. But in the meantime, I'm going to poke this. Help with the bat. Ball's got it. Now we clear this. Hamster. Oh, Junkrat's very low. Shit. My mouse. Okay, we're good. We got that one. And now I'm just going to keep it off angle. Where's the Rhine? Nice. Okay. And I'm just going to keeping an eye on stuff. So the BAP was the first thing. And now I'm going to look a little bit forward. Okay, there's going to be a Widow right there. Okay, I'm going to help my ball dive. That's all I'm doing. I'm just poking. I'm chilling. I don't need to do anything extra. Okay, I'm probably going to die here. Yeah, that's all good, though. We got the picks that we needed. We should be able to finish up. Nice. We're chilling. All right, we got the cap. Fantastic. Nice. Look for the next one. There's that one. Help my ball. I may not have done the right amount of damage to him, but... Oh! Here we're just chilling. Nice. I'm basically keeping an eye on... See, my ball is going on high ground, so I'm going to help him. Very nice. Good pick on my Widow. I'm just poking. Where's my ball going? My ball's going over here. So does it make sense, chat? My Widow is kind of handling the low ground stuff, and I have a dive tank, so I'm picking something that I can help my dive tank with. Can I get in here quickly? I'm going to do this. Help my ball so he can go back in faster. And then I'm going to keep walking with him. See? Easy peasy. Got a pick. And here I can kind of poke with him. Oh, I did not beam him down in time. That was my fault. See? And isn't this kind of crazy? Look at my stats, chat. 11 and 2. Am I doing anything crazy? No. And these are Masters players. And we're just... I'm not pressured. I'm not rushed. I'm not stressed. We're chilling. I don't have a ball, so am I going to go in and feed? No. And then this is where people get very funny because they're going to start staggering. So I just back up. Maybe I can help them live. Just chilling. Imagine if I could aim. Holy shit. Okay. Ball is dead. We're chilling. This is where the panic starts. I'm going to just keep looking for some ult farm. Maybe I can force something. I'm out. I'm out. Just chilling. Got the BAP. I'm just better. Okay. Where's my ball going? Take the high ground with my ball. Help them with the dive. Nope. They're kind of feeding now. Get out of there. Chun. Ooh, I thought I would have gotten a pick there. So here I'm going to look for an off angle. Maybe I can make some space for my ball. Because we've tried running in a few times and it's not working, so I'm going to try something new. Maybe I can pull some of the damage away from my ball so he can go in. Okay, that was a lot. I did make some space. Maybe we can walk in and capitalize on it, I hope. Let's see. We're using ults. This is good. And And if my ball lives, we're in a really good spot. Maybe, just maybe. Nice res. Keep an eye on my Mercy. Make sure she's okay. I trolled. I missed all my shots. My bad. More or less dummy. And if I could aim, it'd be even better. A lot of y'all are a lot better mechanically than I am, so that's the thing. Nah, Bubba, you're good. By the way, I can maybe help the ball. I really thought the summer was gonna leave. A little bit unlucky. Okie dokie. Still winnable though. I'm never mechanically good enough, Kuzla. Mechanics, schematics, just brain diff them. That was basically, we had really good momentum, and then after we lost momentum, that was just int, and we never really got a full team fight. So that was a little bit rough, but it's okay. So my tank basically mentally has full inted his ball. His mental is gone. He is shattered. He's been turned into a pudding pop. So I now have to adjust. So let's see what we have. We have a Ashe now with a Mercy, so that's an asset. I don't want to be on Echo because I don't want to take anything that would maybe make my Mercy player go, oh, I need to pocket that. Or anything that would kind of need a pocket. So I'm going to go Soldier here to help the poke. I have a little bit more sustain. So between Mercy being on my Ashe, the Kiriko being able to kind of like keep my tank up in case there's an anti, Hog is also going to be able to keep himself up. This is only like diamond, so I'm assuming my Hog is probably going to play low ground and feed his ass off. So with that in mind, I'm going to basically try to keep some pressure off of the Hog. So I'm going to be looking to see what's actively shooting my tank and see if I can maybe alleviate some of that pressure off. Because we've already established in the last round, my tank likes to feed. So how do I help him not feed as much? I take some of the damage away that's shooting him. I should have let her go through. My fault. Oh, wait, what? Nani? Shit. Got him. I was one. Ah, thank you. Here, I just stay back. Oh. I can't miss this, chat. Oh my god. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Give my Mercy something to fly to. Undo is do this. There he is. Up with the Kiriko. What in the schnipples is going on there? Alright. Live your life. What am I hearing, chat? Are they here? Got him. This game is wild. Lucio behind. Whatever, we're just chilling. Keep an eye on my hog. There's the boop. I now re-engage in their backline. Here they come. They might try to rush bottom. Okay. Lucio down. Soldier 1, nice. Okay, let's see if I can catch their BAP off guard. Or maybe they get forced under. Let's see. I'm trying to figure out where they're going to go. I'm not going to go down there because that's not safe. But if I can stop them from where they're going... That was really good by him, and I messed up and I hit the wrong button. I whisked. That kill cam is going to look sus. Nah, it's all good, Walker. Pizza, is that not exciting? Is that not exciting? That's one of my students, and I'm so proud of him. Oh, I just trolled. Oh, yeah, I just trolled. Nice. I'm gonna do this. 3, 2, 1. Oh, you baby back bitches. GG. There we go. Now, we went 22 and 8. We did decent. Now, wait. We're going to get flamed by a diamond player. Wait for this. Wait. We didn't get flamed by a diamond player. Okay, so that makes sense, chat. If you're doing something and it's not working, then you just change it up. You see what you can do differently. And anytime you're getting into a game, you should be going, okay, what's my plan? How do I do it? But if something goes awry, if something goes like, oh, I don't know how to deal with this, it may be you have two options. You either keep trying to force it and say, YOLO, I guess it worked, all right, go next. Or you go, okay, let me try something else. So being stubborn is really going to hurt you, not just in life, but also in this game. If you have a game plan, which is the first step, good. If you're able to execute it or you're unable to execute it, that's something you have to look at. If you're able to do it, if it ain't broke, don't try to fix it because you're doing well. If it's not working because you're unable to keep up with what you were trying to do in the first place, or the character you've picked, maybe it's a bit too hard to accomplish it, or the enemy team is kind of stopping you, like they're not going to let you get away with that, then it's time to either say, I'm going to force it and just lose because I'm being stubborn, or you go, new plan time. And that's how you big brain them. They stop your first plan, you cook up another one, and then you make them do something about it. Does that make sense? Enemy tank is Atlas. Your tank got hacked. Maybe one of them did, Pizza. Atlas just. A couple of y'all actually have accounts that you've named after me. It's very, very nice of y'all. I appreciate that. But yeah, future me Dorado game where we make a comeback and we explain stuff as we're doing it. But yeah, I've seen that. I've seen those bots where people control multiple accounts at the same time. I think it's I don't know why. Yeah, I don't know why. Maybe they're trying to D-rank accounts or whatever. And they're like, hey, I could D-rank 5 accounts at the same time kind of thing. Maybe. Maybe, just maybe. Chat, we've been on Twitch now for a little over a year, and I don't think I've ever told any of y'all to aim better. I don't think I've ever told any of y'all to aim better. There's always a way of kind of using your intelligence as like an asset. Be very taxing on your computer, I'd imagine. True. True. Absolutely so. Just hit the true, Tommy. Just just click on the mercy, lol. Yeah, there you go, shorty. I need to aim better. Just aim better, lol. Mm. I think a good way to look at it, ML6, yo, we have ML6 on support. We're chilling. Okay, so same thing as before. Let's see, take a look at what we have. We have an Ana, we have a Hanzo. Let's see what our team picks. Hey, Gloom. You don't need damage, you need to play Winston. Alright, we have a Doomfist. Alright, this might be another Echo one. Or I might actually play Soldier, we'll see. Okay. So I think I'm going to lock the Soldier for the mobility. And my Hanzo is going to be fairly low mobility, and so is my Ana. So what I'm going to try to do is help my tank engage. Now, chat, you'll see like a reoccurring theme. I personally really like high mobility heroes because I feel like with that mobility, you're able to kind of reposition a bit more quicker, and you can help. You can kind of, it's a bit more forgiving to be able to get into positions to help. Now I'm going to flank here as quickly as I can. I'm going to keep an eye on my Doom. Where's my Doom going? I hear a Sombra. We're on high. We're just going to hold this space. Let's see what we can shoot at. Now, I don't want to be too far away. I'm going to go in with my Doom. There's the Ana. Poke my Diva a bit. There's the Sombrero. I can help my Ana. 3, 2... Help with the Brig and the Diva. Go here. And then we're backing up. Diva's pushing my team. I'm going to shoot her up. I couldn't do it all. Anuki. Damn. Okay, Gloom. You're good. Wish you the best, though. Hope everything's okay. Then this one out. Nice shot. Hopefully you're all good though, Bloomendale. Alright, let's focus up, chat. Okay, got my Hanzo. Body block for him like a G. Some below. I'm just chilling, nice and slow. T below. Now I hear the Zen on the right. I'm gonna swing here. There's the Nano. I need to keep my distance, but poke her out, poke her out, poke her out, poke her out. Out of mech. Stop the remech. Got the Sombra. Now I'm just chilling. I'm poking. No rush, no rush. Scratch my nose and we're going back in. Nice sleep. And I missed my rocket. I should die here. Yeah. Clean. Atlas flaming DPS and comp. Wait, what are you talking about? When did I flame DPS? Hey Guruk, yes, can you watch my rank 1 montage? I would be a pleasure. Guruk, is it tank, DPS, or support? And are you cool if it goes on YouTube? Console DPS. So chat, how do you feel? Do you think that'd be fun to watch? I'm down with it. Here, I'm just going to poke Pharah. We don't need to overextend. Pharah's going to be low. She flies up and feeds. Now I'm going to just help with the Diva. Very important I live here. I'm going to use my cooldown. Burner, chill. My team is here with me. We stop the remech. And now I'm going to look to see if I can cut the on off. So I know she's going to go this way. So I think about where she's going, not where she is. Does that make sense? Go ahead, place on YouTube. I just trolled. Hold on, now we're just gonna chill. We're gonna swing here. Let's see if I can punish the Pharah or stop the Diva and help my tank. Okay, you wanna dive me? Oh, damn. You fully committed. You said the full soldier voice line. Nice, Gurak. Hell yeah. Yeah, we'll take a look at it after this. Can we bully you while we watch? When do you guys never not bully me? No. Alright, chat. Let me win this game real quick and then we'll go over stuff. Because I'm kinda low key trolling. 3, 2. Wait for the para. Oh boy. You're good, Pretender. Good to see you, bud. Right. Okay, no more staggering. We'll just chill. I'm gonna back up. Keep an eye on the Fada. Big dragon, actually. Cut them off. We got her. That was interesting. Now I really want to stagger the Honest. I have to kind of differ here. 3, 2, 1, right here. Force the Transcendence. Now I'm out though. That was a great boop, dude. That was such a good boop. That was such a good boop. Oh. Which we do? We'll take a look at it. Yeah, the new Widow skin, or it's not new. It's a reoccurrence. I think it came out for the Cyber Widow skin. Out my Hanzo. Hey, Guru, I appreciate the follow. Ah! Sorry, chat. We got him though. It can be winning. Get it. They also have a lever, chat. I'm trying not to. I'm just trying not to lose, especially with the 4v5. There was a lot of questions I wanted to make sure I gave you guys all the attention. Gloomy's going through some stuff. Gurak had a very important question. The rest of y'all had stuff that I needed to address. This is why I don't play high elo while I'm streaming. Because if I play high elo while I'm streaming, I imagine how hard I would feed. Like imagine, like I was already playing like shit because I was distracted. Imagine doing that in like a higher elo and then just be like, anyway. I can get away with it in Diamond and Masters, but in GM I wouldn't be able to do it. All right. Gurak, go ahead and do !Discord and go ahead and send me a link to the video. You can go ahead and put it into the general if you're okay with it. The only thing is this, copyright stuff. So if it's already on YouTube, I need you to let me know what's going on with the whole copyright situation. If there is music that is potentially copyrighted, give me a heads up just as like a courtesy to me, and I will still react to it. I'll just do it on either low volume or muted, just so that neither of us get into the troubles and stuff like that. But yeah. I know a lot of people like to do songs and stuff like that, but just for the sake of copyright. Thank you, Pretender. Should be the next cyber skin. I think what you guys were talking about though was this, right? This one? I actually think this is a pretty cool skin. I don't like how the gun looks personally. But let me check for Gurak. See what you got. Widow skins are really bad. For me, the deciding factor is how the gun looks. The reason I like epic skins so much, chat, is I think that they're, well, Widow's a pretty good example because some of these are pretty rough. For the most part, epic skins were always nice because they didn't mess with the gun's UI, so they didn't take up more or less space than they needed to. Tommy. So whenever you basically load in and you use the gun, you didn't have to worry about like more or less of the screen being visible. You didn't have to worry about even the reticle looking different, maybe if there's a scope on the character. But then for legendary skins, there's oftentimes a lot that they change. Like look how different all these different guns looking, right? So they'll either take up more or less space. Sometimes they'll have like a random phalange, like kind of messing with the stuff, you know? And then there's some skins that I think are just freaking amazing, and the guns actually take up less space and they look so sick. I have the copyright in the description. I sent it. Okay. Thank you, thank you. Let me take a look at the description that you have, and then just see whether or not I have to do it on mutes or not. But I got you. Okay, I think we should be good if I just have it a little. I think we should get if I have it just a little bit quieter. But we'll take a look at this together, okay? Boom, boom, boom. And we'll pull it up. They made a way to get Kerrigan again. Not that I'm aware of. Kerrigan is my favorite Widow skin for several reasons. Okay, let's take a look at this together. Bum, 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 bum. Okay. So again, chat, this is going to be OW2 coach Atlas reacts to rank 1 peak DPS on console. Gurak. Now, real quick, Gurak, EUNA or where we at, big dog? That's the only thing I need to know. For the people, anyway, so the people know. Is this EU? Is this NA? It's NA? Fantastic. Delicious. Okay. Let's see what we have. Ready? What is this scoffed 360p? I apologize. Ready? 720. Let's go. Okay. Big flank. Oh, delicious. Disgusted. Bro, he's half hacking. Ooh. These people have families. I have no idea what this song is, but I'm digging it. Oh. The hell? Okay. Oh. That was fun. Clean. Nice. Okay. 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 So a couple of things. Couple of things. Number one, poggers. This is console. Yes. Number two. So there's three things. Three things. Number one, um, I have to ask, and Gurak, if you don't feel comfortable answering, you don't have to. Do you zim or do you go? Are you natural or are you juicing, bro? Are you a zimmer or are you all natural with the thumbing? That's number one. Number two is I'm curious for the people that are watching. I would say like 99% of people are gonna go Poggers aim, but did any of y'all notice how good the positioning was? Any of y'all notice that? How like 90% of the yeah, he did have pocket for several of those clips, but 90% of them, if you know whether he had pocket or not, he was using corners, he was always near cover. Anybody notice that? He was very, very good at punishing people that were in the open and they had really predictable strafing to go back towards cover. Maybe y'all noticed that. Natural promise. All right. Natty until proven not. You're good. Gurak, that was really cool. That was super fun. Now, if you don't mind me asking, how did you find me? What made you stumble upon this? Did someone else recommend you to me, or are you just kind of looking around and you're like, let's give it a go? Come on, man. Patronums. I didn't say nothing. Preoccupied by slaying of booties. What's up? We just saw rank 1 DPS on console. NA. Clean. Clean, clean, clean. But yeah, I'm curious as to how many of y'all noticed how good the positioning was and how he used cover. I'll donate my Navy paycheck if you watch The Fifth Element right now. I love. No, stop looking at this stuff. Oh. You guys see all like the Baldur's Gate stuff in some of the movies that I've been watching, you know. Hey, is that my video? That's me. It's live right. What? Okay, well. Anywho, what was the question? No, I'm just cruising when I share that. I appreciate that, Gurak. But yeah, this could be something we definitely throw on YouTube. Overall, I thought that it was clean. I really, really like. There's a couple of things that make me super, super happy, and it's whenever I get to see a player do the Ash hip to scope combo, and you do it very well, Gurak, very, very well. I think I've only seen one other person that good at it, and they were a PC player. They weren't a console player. It was someone that was looking to go semi-pro. So mechanically, you look very comfortable. So that's really, really nice to see. The positioning was probably the thing I was the most impressed by. I know people like seeing big aim. I think it's a shame because there's a lot more that goes into it other than just aim, aim, shoot, shoot, pew, pew. It's target priority. It's it's not just active aim. There's also predictive aim, and then there's like where you're taking corners, when you're peeking, when you're not re-peeking. So I personally I can see that there's a lot more going on than just good aim, Gurak, and I think it really shows. One of my favorite moments that you did was on Route 66, where you bobbed main and then you predicted where they were going to be forced into your LOS, and you punished the DPS that got pressed out and the Mercy. I thought that was clean. That was disgusting. That was really, really nice because most people only think about what's in front of them. They don't think about where they're forcing people and like they're displacing, because displacing punishes are like a really, really big thing in this game. If you can force someone into one chunk of the map and you can then cut them off, like, so that to me, that was my favorite moment. It had nothing to do with the Ash tech or the tracking. It was the bob for pressure, and then you cut them off as you force them to right side on Route 66 third point. That was, to me, that was my favorite thing. Hold on, maybe I can re-put it. Yes, this right here. Chat, I want y'all to see this. That's why I'm rank 1. Well, you did a very good job. This right here. I want y'all to see this. This is my favorite thing in the entire montage. Bob main predicts and forces the rotation. Here to clean up and punish. It's just delicious. Delicious. Just fantastic. But Tommy, keep in mind that the reason that worked was not because he's good at ash tapping or whatever you want to call it. I want you guys to really understand how genius that was. Like the ash taps, and if Gurak, you said you have a bunch of those for montages. Those look cool, but that was what made that, at least from my perspective, from a coach's perspective, what made that so delicious was not the mechanical tap tap. It was the big brain. Very rarely do you meet like high rank, like top 50 players that are stupid. They just, you have to also be like intelligent in order to be like top 50, in my opinion. You have to like be aware of what's going on. And that was really, really nice, Gurak. That was a treat. I appreciate you sharing that. That was really cool. But yeah, I'd like to put that on YouTube. I think that'd be a really cool thing. Not to mention, we also talk a little bit about the big brain, not just the aim, which is a big part of it. People overlook the big brain stuff. Me like aim, me no see brain plays. Aim looks cool, but the brain plays, that's what wins games. Y'all, I've got one good eye, chat. The only reason I'm able to shit on diamond players and masters players is because my brain is bigger. Has nothing to do with my aiming. Mechanically, I suck nuts. I'm horrible mechanically, but I can outsmart them. Hey, go for it. Just like and comment. I got you. I got you. Where you at, big dog? Brain diff. And they're like settings. That's wild. See, this is to prove my point. I wish this person the best, but they're asking the wrong questions. They're thinking, oh, what settings do you use? I'm just going to copy these and be perfect. I don't know. Anywho. Gurak, thank you very much for that. That was a treat. Appreciate you. And thank you again for the follow. If you, because you said you already hit rank 1, but I only saw that you play Soldier and Ash. I do coach console, PC, all things right now. If you ever do want to get a VOD review, we do them on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and we also do private one-on-one coaching. I do up until tier 2. So contenders and lower, I'll coach for individuals and for teams, Gurak. So hopefully this isn't the last time we hear from you. Just click their heads. Just hit the mercy. Damn. True, true, true. Just click on their heads. But thank you very much, Gurak. That was a pleasure. Appreciate that. All right, we go next, chat. Let's have some fun. And how are we doing on time, y'all? It's 3:30 for me. We got plenty of time. Oh, yes. And tomorrow is VODs. And I am going to add that channel point reward if you guys want like matchup analysis. I think we are going to add that. Oh, yeah. Future me, Gurak, rank 1 YouTube reaction. There we go. Forgot to bully the streamer while watching. Shit happens, bruv. That was fun, though. Everyone console game, but some good luck on your games. Thank you, Gurak. Wish you the best. That was nice of you. See, chat, what a nice person. We've had a couple of those people now. We had the peak rank 2 ball player. We did a reaction of his. I don't have access to the footage anymore. This was a little bit more. I think, and this is nothing against that player that was rank 2. It was, I think rank 1 just looks better on thumbnails. It does. So if I'm able to react to stuff like that, rank 1 just looks better. Should I look into getting some games in for tomorrow, or is it going to be too busy? Bobby, it is going to be first come, first serve. The plan is tomorrow is we knock out a good chunk of videos, or a good chunk of VODs. So if you get a good one and you want to be like, hey, yo, do it, I say, because you're helping us out on the YouTube side, I said I'll give you one. So if you get me a VOD, we'll do yours, Bobby. Thank you for blessing our eyes and brains with that gameplay. All right. And Gloomy, if you can hear me, I think it's a matcha day. I think you need some matcha. That's my recommendation. Gonna make me act up with those plays. I have drank 3 things of matcha. All right, I think what you need now is a glass of water. Did I just hit? I just hit 8 shots in a row, chat. Not 9 shots, damn. Can't wait to taste matcha. Yeah, Tommy, you get out there, you taste that matcha. Maybe, Pretender. Water is bland. Oh, dear Okay. So let's see. What do we have? We have a Ram. We have a Kitty. We have. You know what? I'm gonna play some. I'm gonna play some Cassidy. It's my worst DPS, chat. My worst DPS. We're gonna play some Cassidy. Why not? Let's see if you got brain from those clips. Brain diff. Nice. Okay, let's go. I'm a little bit sad. I'm a little bit sad. Gotta, because none of them look at her. Just shoot her. I'm going for the flank. Bruh. I love this character so much. Okay. One more life, chat. One more life, and we're getting off this character. I don't like this character. The range on him sucks. Nice. Low. Let's see. They got it. They got it. You need me on Soldier right now? Gurak, if I had you on Soldier right now, I would probably... How do I put this? I would pocket you on... I'd pocket you on Genji. I'd basically stand in front of you and deflect everything just to give you pocket. I would... What else could I pocket you with? I'm giving you May walls for high ground. Oh, buddy boy. All right, let's switch Soldier. I'll have some fun. Oh wait, no, we're not going Soldier here. I'm gonna go Bastion. No, all the faith, so much faith. Here, I'm gonna play off of my Ram. That's a little wild. We're getting shit in. Surely okay, thank you. Bruv, we're outside of spawn. They have a lever again. I don't want to win games because of levers. I don't want them to push my team. I don't want them pushing. We're just forcing cooldowns outside of their spawn. This is like super throw. I can get a stop there, hopefully. Huge. See, I wasn't impatient, chat. I just held the angle and I just got multiple kills. Force the deflect. Wait for it. Ah, losable. The Pharah is gonna 1v9. The Pharah is gonna 1v9. Watch this. We're actually gonna lose this fight. Watch, 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 watch. Watch, we lose, we lose. We just lost. See? We just... Next up, can't hear you over the sound of endorsements. That's amazing. Actually, good question, chat. Do y'all think that endorsements are good for the game or not good for the game? Wasn't there that one game that existed where it's like the higher your endorsement level was, like the stronger like gear or the faster you leveled up or something like that you could get or something like that. You get like an EXP boost or something, and so therefore everyone was super nice to each other because they're like, I want to be able to like level up, because if you were like toxic, your endorsement level went down, and you basically it would take you forever to like get good gear or forever to level up. Wasn't that a game? Some of y'all were talking about it like a couple weeks ago. I don't know. I feel like endorsements don't really do much. I don't really think it does anything in this game, at least. No. Come. Well, I just got rolled. Nicely done. Bring back after match cards. Those could be kind of cool. I don't know if they help people understand the game better, but they could be fun. We don't go in here because we're just trolling and beating. Like this is a diamond lobby chat and we're staggering. This is all this is. We don't have a push right now. You can pre-poke if you want to, like here, if someone oversteps, but this is just troll. Like the enemy team is just wasting a bunch of cooldowns. We're wasting a bunch of cooldowns. The Kitty died not because we're awesome, but because they fed. Nice. We force an ultimate. They waste it because diamond players are silly. Nice. Okay. Now we get off the point. 3, 2, 1. Oh, damn. Wait for it. There it is. Got him. Yo, okay, they... Oh, yeah, yeah. Good for them. They pushed me. Never mind. Our ults are better. We push Q. To let me get an XP way faster and get cosmetics a lot faster. Oh, so in R6. Okay, so that makes sense. Yo, could you message me after the stream? Cloud, I can message you after this game if you want. Is everything okay? I saw it briefly. I was just reacting to a video, and you mentioned Airy. I'll look at it again. But yeah. I'm not gonna put. I'm actually curious. If we get it for the double bastion turret thing, that'd be pretty funny. Oh, let me go next. Yeah, let me take a look at it now, Cloud. Hope everything's okay. Just all right, Cloud. Hopefully that helps. Yeah. Um. So like, yeah, Cloud. That's the information I have. Now I've already kind of talked to the community about it. We're like, hey, and we have some players that are kind of going about their own way. So it doesn't affect the community in any way, negative way, shape, or form. It just means that I'm not. I look at it as a chance to move forward. Hey, Owen, good to see you. Cloud, you and I can have a conversation about that. I would like to do something in the future, absolutely, because I think you were a pleasure to work with, but it would need to be at the beginning of the next quarter. So for the rest of December, I'm gonna just take time to kind of grind some stuff out and then kind of see how it goes from there. I have to make the decision as to whether or not I want to stay EU for being a team coach or if I want to make the transition over to NA just for the sake of better time zones to work with because the time zone thing was probably like the only issue I had. Everything else, like working with you was a pleasure. All the team, all the ringers, working with Apollo, and Apollo and I have already talked about how like yeah, absolutely, like we're still gonna keep in touch and keep an eye out for each other because it's just good, you know. But yeah, Cloud, you're top notch. I had no complaints whatsoever with working with you at all. So if anything, we'll talk after the holidays. Classic go in with 4 HP. Genius. Slow her down. Huge boop. Disgusting. If she goes for res, that's huge troll. She went for res, that's huge troll. Yeah, that was huge troll. What in the diamond was that? Yeah, Cloud. And Cloud, you're always welcome here, bud. You know that, right? If you're looking to recruit players, I have lots of people that are like either really good candidates already, or they would love the exposure and a chance to grow. Especially if you end up I'm trolling. You end up doing another academy team. But yeah. Bet, give me all of them. I really do think that if you guys are looking to get into like even esports, even at like an entry level, who you know can open up so many avenues of possibilities for you. It's kind of crazy to think about. Oh, I'm a shitter. Damn, sorry. You know, in a few experiments, and no need skips are a good one. Oh, Tommy, that sounds wild. Ah, cool, Cloud. Delicious. Oh ho ho. Don't forget to kappa. Thank you so much. Oh, chat, is there a button for cheekbone diff? He was shooting at me, so he's C9. Lol. Huh. I think useless better than her. I gotta figure out a gift for the youngest niece too. She only just started walking a few months ago. Oh, Tommy, you know what you could do? It's called streamers hacking. I've never hacked today, not once during this stream in particular. I don't know if that team anymore. It's called the Tommy button. It also grants superior intellect, charisma, and humility, +6 to all of your stats. Cool. Did you used to hack? Knock. Does it look like I've ever hacked before? The answer is no. Like, I used to always view hacking as like some crazy, like, you have to be super smart to install them. And then I found out that actually they're not that expensive, but the cheap ones look really obvious. Not to mention, like, my content and my viewership has nothing to do with how well I play the game. So there's no reason for me to. Woo! Huh. Imagine if I could aim chat, they'd be so dead right now. Wait for it. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Let me out, let me out, let me out, let me out. Schnipples. Huh? What? If I join Sierra, I tell you to come watch my game. What is wait, Gurak, what is CRL? What? Am I confusing acronyms? Got cut off. Yes, my gift idea is this. You can either do the old good tried and true, dress them up like a pumpkin, or make them dress up like a baby spider. Ah, hey, got the Zen. Big pick. Hey, we're 14-4. I just realized. Back to the year 3000. Not much has changed except to live underwater. Great granddaughter is doing fine. Doing fine. Why are you up here? Why did I just get pushed by Azaria? I mean, good for you, but holy schnipples. Bruh. Alright, but chat, here's what we're gonna do. Grandpa ain't playing OWL. Gotta recruit him young and fresh, you know? True, I'm old as shit. Like, there's another reason I don't play. I'm old as hell. Tommy, aren't you like 22? You're fine. When I asked y'all how old y'all think I was, Gloomy said 50, and I almost threw up. It's like Overwatch League for console. Oh, Gurak. Okay. Shit, yeah. But yeah, if that's what you're pursuing, I wish you the best. Again, mechanically and big brain. I know you only showed me like highlights, so those are like the best things ever. But you look like you're very smart. You know, I don't think rank 1 was done by accident. You look legit shit. So I wish you the best. We'll be cheering you on. If you end up being like a consistent part of the community and stuff like that, if you want to like show us some of your shit, we'll cheer you on the whole time. I'm all for spreading the love. No, I'd never. No, I'm 22. No, you straight up called me Soldier 1. You straight up called me 50. Delicious. Delicious. Hiya. It's okay, chat. I'm a bronze player. Ah, it was only a body shot. Damn. Oh, I'm dead. I messed up the wall climb. I am a bronze player. What? Beefing about it. That's what I'm saying. See, here's the thing. Cloud is 47, 3 kids, pays taxes, 9th wife. Bobby's like, no, I am. This is very unsafe, but I kind of have to force it. Yeah. All right. That wasn't too bad because we got like a little bit more time off of it. Did I hear bronze play? Chat, what I think I'm going to do for the rest of today is, unless I pull one of you guys out of my chat to be my tank player or my duo, help my team walk, I think what we're going to do is we're going to call it. Schnipples, dude. Well, we traded with the tank. That's fine. Now, Gloomy is unironically at least a diamond player, at least. And she doesn't even play ranked. Like, I watch her play quick play, and she picks up a new character. Hey, I've never played Sojourn before. And then she's smacking bitches with it. So good job, Gloom. Can be your bronze battle mercy. I appreciate that, Gloomendale. Put peek, and now. Down. Bruh. Stop it. Now they can't help the Rhine. I do this so he can take the health back. We're fine. Huh? Who? What? Who likes my graph in Discord? I'll take a look at it in a second, huh? Well, what happened, Sleeper? One health, one health, one health, one health, one health, one health. Damn. Huh? What? That they need to solo queue more. But Pizza, isn't that a cool thing? Where look at the rank that Sleeper is, and yet he knew exactly where to be, and he knew how to be proactive, and he knew how to be awesome, and he did all of that, you know what I'm saying? Feeding little feeder. GG's, y'all. Nice try. Solo queue. You will climb if you keep solo queuing. No, I agree with it. Oh boy. Okay. Anyway. Can't play. Probably only play a few more games so I can get the next gold, and then show we could wait for the rest of the season. Don't really think about me, or was I there for too little time? Also, I canceled EMP like a genius. Oh, with Big Bash? I thought you did it with Hog. That'd been pretty cool too, though. I was very impressed. He was making good plays. He was following up. He knew where his mistakes were. Sleeper's one of the people that I've been working with for a while. We have another coaching session. I think you said tomorrow, right, Sleeper? So I have you booked for tomorrow morning. Because guys, keep in mind, I do accommodate different time zones. I do PC, I do console. The only thing I ask, and this is why it's a little bit weird with the console stuff, is that you make Discord or aware of sharing your like being able to communicate a thing. I can spectate in game. Discord just seems to be a bit more consistent because there's issues sometimes with the spectator on in game and stuff like that. So it gets kind of annoying. Absolutely. The reason it's a live coaching is that I can make corrections on the fly as they happen because people they benefit from different kinds. The graph is very graphy. Hey Kratos, good to see you, bud. Tell me with the pizza gifted. That was very nice of you, tell me. Thank you. That was huge. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Pizza, welcome back. No more ad jail. But yeah, welcome back, Kratos. But yeah, Sleeper is someone that we've been working with for a while, and I've been really happy with building up their confidence. Sleeper, I've seen you talk to other people in chat about it. So, and I've spoken about this as well. So, you know, I used to struggle a lot with anxiety and stuff like that. And so that was a really cool thing to get to see you make friends within the community as well as overcome your anxiety because I think you had a lot of really good potential. Your anxiety was just kind of holding you back. And then once you overcame that, you started to really come out of your shell as a person, but also as a player. And you've just been getting better and better and better and better. And we've worked really hard to kind of get rid of your bad habits and replace them with good ones. And you've been doing nothing but shining ever since. So it probably feels really good to have someone that's like a GM player comment and be like, hey, yeah, you're playing super well, a lot better than like a silver player is, because it's shown how much you've improved and how much more like actively you're understanding what's going around with you. So it's a big deal, Sleeper. I hope you recognize how amazing that is. Really bit since it can really hold you back in ranked. Yeah. Now keep in mind, chat, mechanics is not just pew pew aim aim. It's everything, and a lot of that has to do with how comfortable you are on the character. Long time no see. How you been? Kratos, we've been good. We've been chilling. You convinced me with your argumentation. Now let's take a look at this graph. I just saw you guys are both trolling me. I saw Nox graph, but I also saw what Pretender posted. And the Pretender one is hilarious. And I look at Nox and I'm like, wait, what is going on? And it's just numbers that mean that okay, you guys are hilarious. I don't know where you come up with this shit. As anyway. All right. Let's do one more and see how we do, chat. Do one more game and kind of go from there. We have VOD reviews and stuff like that are going to be tomorrow. We'll have some fun. Mm-hmm. Wait, pizza. What? Why are you? What is happening? It's like the Matrix. Morning, Minx. How you doing? I'm actually getting the Brig VOD. I like playing them a lot. Briggs 1. That's the next character we're going to be working on with Sporks. And as a gentle reminder, y'all, because Sporks did this as well. If you guys want to self-promote or you have like an event going up, we do have a spot for that. Sporks put it in the pet corner for some reason, which was a little silly. So Sporks, if you can hear me, maybe re-put it in the self-promote stuff. But yeah, anytime you guys want to do something like that, as long as it's not like breaking TOS or it's something that would be redeemed inappropriate for younger viewers. Like if you're doing a hot tub stream, I would rather that not be kind of promoted in the Discord. So something like that I would remove. But as long as it's not considered lewd, ladicious, or maybe teetering on the level of inappropriate, then you guys are good to go. Where's your Christmas hat? Gloomy, I was waiting for you to ask for it. This is bullshit. I've been waiting 4 days for you to say something, Gloomy. Waiting 4 days. No. Hey, what about the shirt? Where's the shirt? The shirt, I think I'm pressing it, or I just hung it up. I just did some laundry. I think that was in that load. I don't have the shirt right now, though. Minx, tell you what, we'll wear it tomorrow. We'll wear it tomorrow for VOD reviews. What are we running? All right, so we have Genji. I don't like this character. Doom, Lifeweaver, Kiko. Okay. You know what? Screw it. We're going Widow. You need the glasses too? Wait, no, you guys are talking about. What? Yo, I'm Actually, I can't see shit. Hold on. There we go. It's better. Oh no, Doom's body went up and I died. Mhm. Damn, I could have saved him. Shit. Yellow or wild. Yeah. I'm feeling it, chat. I'm not making good decisions, so we're gonna call it after this. Like, bruv. Oh, chat, imagine if I wasn't shit. Oh my god, yep, we're done after this. Holy schnipples, we're done after this. Thank you, Shorty. Nasty shot. Ah. But here's the thing, though, chat. I need to do that every time. Did you guys just ask Lumi to do a hot tub stream? What? Or am I misreading that? Did we move on from that conversation? I looked away. $75? Wait, what are y'all talking about? Everyone's banned. I said no such thing. It's a hot tub shit. What are y'all talking about? As long as y'all are being respectful. Gloomy, if you feel uncomfortable, or Tommy, you feel uncomfortable, make sure y'all say something and we'll shush up real quick. One, nice. That Reaper hasn't liked me since I showed up. Yo, imagine if I could aim though, chat. Shit. It's fine. No. This is where the old man is happening. Y'all are wild. I think we were low. Huh? Oh man, but I thought you were saying Gloom was actually going to stream Overwatch. I was excited. Well, I will keep my promise then. Fight, win. Every time I wish I could stream. Did we scare you off? Sorry. And the end part, you missed 14. Para, don't talk to me. Para's fired. Para will never ever be a mod in my stream. I promise you. Para will never. I can't give them that much power. I can't give them that much power. 5.8K after round 1. That's not a good thing, Traki. So this person's talking about how like they just started playing a week ago, and then my kitty's like, "Why are you in a diamond game?" I don't disagree, but is chat if Blizzard puts someone that just started playing a week ago and they're 7 and 12 into a diamond game, is that whose fault is that? Metro Wash. How you doing, Metro? Welcome, welcome. We do VOD reviews, we do one-on-one, we do team coaching, we do stuff specifically for certain roles, ranks, characters. What kind of coaching are you looking for, Metro? Excuse my old man aim right now. I can't hit that character. That's insane. Yeah. There's the poison. I do this. And I watch the right side. Oh, I'm dropping with my Genji. See if I can help him. Some below. Monkey low. I'm gonna retake high. What? There we go. I got him. Come on, come on, come on. Fade out, fade out. 3, 2. Come to me, come to me, come to me. Come on. Nice. Ooh. Heal me, heal me, heal me. Perfect. Come on. Well, I need to be rank 1. I play on console, and I'm stuck silver. We just reacted to the rank 1 DPS player on console in NA this stream. That's pretty funny you just said that, Metro. Thank you, Para. Hey, Storm, welcome. Okay, that's probably going to be theirs. Now we get a bunch of stuff off of them. Wait for it. No, I wanted the Cuber card. Who did you review? Gurak. They're number 1. They were rank 1 DPS on console NA. Gurak. We just reacted to it, so that'll be going on YouTube. We're no fade. Oh, that's a... like how you grapple towards your support. Storm, we're in diamond, so we're gonna get a bunch of stuff like that. Well, so, and this is gonna sound crazy, but regardless of the role you're playing, you still play the game the same. I don't know if that makes sense, but the game is the same regardless of what role you play. Like, every character, I know they're a little bit different, but people, like, overcomplicate it. The same basics of the game are the same. It doesn't matter if you're in bronze, it doesn't matter if you're rank 1, it doesn't matter if you're playing tank or support or DPS. It's at the core, it's exactly the same. No, don't ult. We don't need it, we don't need it, we don't need it, we don't need it. We already got their tank. Don't ult. Do not ult. Do not ult. Good. We didn't ult. Oh, we didn't even have ult. Lol. At least the ones behind you. Storm, if you were my support, I know you would have healed me. Let's see. Good peel, good peel. Winnable. This is stupid. Don't do what I'm doing. Don't do what I'm doing. Like I said, that's stupid. Don't do what I'm doing. Para is so fired. Okay, if I can get my ult in time, this is a really good spot. Bruh. I don't like this character. Worth it. Support character, by the way. She still gets me. It's impossible. I'm checking his counter. I gotta see it today. Okay, Metro, let me ask you this. It's not impossible, so let me ask you this. If you pick up a guitar that you find in your parents' basement and you sit there and you just start fiddling with the strings. Two-second on. GG's. Anyway, so here's my thing. You could have 2,000 hours in this game. You could have 10,000 hours in this game. A big thing is in Overwatch 1. I think we stayed Diamond 1. That's wild. Okay, so in Overwatch 1, they had this thing right here. Do you see this leveling system? So this account was gold bordered leveled, right? So here's the best way I can describe this, and I'm gonna do it visually so it makes sense. If you were to pick up a guitar in your parents' basement and you sit down and you start fiddling with your strings, do you think, and this is person A, so just messing with the strings, if I spend 10 hours just messing around with the strings versus person B goes to an actual guitar lesson, right? They find someone that knows how to play guitar and teaches you how to play guitar, and you get lessons and you spend 10 hours learning how to play the guitar properly. Metro watched. Which one of these do you think is going to be farther along? Which one of these, person A or person B, while learning to play the guitar, do you think is going to be farther along? 10 hours of just messing around, plucking the strings, no prior information, or 10 hours of actually, you go to someone that teaches you how to do things properly from the beginning? B. So Metro, I want you to think about why. Because if you do this, there is the chance to fail, or the amount of time that you need to dedicate to where you're kind of expected to fail and then learn from why it wasn't going as well as it possibly could. This is what you do as at least as human beings. This is what we do when it's something that's never been done before. It could be inventing a new sport, discovering a new medicine, learning to play a new instrument that's just been invented. A is for the things and the topics in our lives that there is no prior information on how to do it, and we really are the pioneers of what we're trying to do. B is for something that's already been figured out. So the way I view Overwatch coaching is that there are actually a lot of coaches that provide really good educational content, not unranked to GMs. That's a waste of your time. That provide really good content. So all you have to do is find a guitar teacher that may awkward. That is nothing against awkward as a person, but nothing he teaches is actually educational. It's completely face value. Now, the stuff that he teaches that he charges for, I have seen little peaks of that, and that's good information. But just watching his unranked to GMs, no. No. The ones he does on support, here's the issue. Here's the issue is that if you do an unranked to GM, there's a reason if you ask any high ranked player that's not a content creator as to whether or not they watch unranked to GMs, they will tell you no. Why? It's because it's like really base level stuff. And half the time, and this has actually kind of been shown, is that he had to come out and make a post about to the support players that were watching him of like, hey guys, don't forget to heal your team. And that's not his fault. It's something that he maybe didn't consider because what he had was he was telling people damage, damage, damage. And what a bunch of people interpreted that as is stop healing your team and only shoot stuff. That's not what he intended. And again, I'm actually defending Awkward a bit here, is that he was not trying to tell people to stop healing entirely and only shoot their team. But that's how a lot of people interpreted it. So the reason I say that unranked to GMs are not educational is because number one, you have to understand what you're looking at. And anything that is not explained perfectly is left for it to be up to interpretation. And if everything you've been doing maybe wasn't the best in the first place, how can you be expected to interpret it correctly? You know? Well, yeah, but how did you get to GM? So the highest I've ever been on ranked ladder is Masters, and then I would scrim in GM lobbies. So how did I get to GM? I studied coaching and how to play the game, and I learned from my mistakes. And I got put into situations where I kept doing everything wrong over and over and over until eventually one day I went, okay, why isn't this working? And then I put in years of work to be like, okay, why isn't it working? That's why it's not working. And then I developed a way of being able to teach that to other people. So what I'm getting at here, Metro Watch, is this. I have failed. Well, I've got one good eye and I'm old, Metro. So I'm actually it's funny that your name is Metro Washed. I'm basically washed. I don't know about godly at coaching, but I seem to help a lot of people and I seem to do a pretty good job. But I do my best. I know I can't coach everyone, and I always look at it as there's more for me to learn. But I will say this. The reason it's good to get a coach in this, the same thing as the guitar teacher, is that they've already done this, the A part, right? They have failed so many times to the point where they can now help you do this so that you don't have to fail as much. Do you know Spilo? No, not personally. I know of his work though. But does that make sense, Metro? I would say not good, but he isn't a top player. I'm decent. I can like outthink a lot of people like in Diamond and Masters. But yeah, I can't explain shit while playing in GM. I can't do that. I know Spilo has a similar approach. I know Jane is another good example. Jane was a OWL lead coach, but he's not a GM player. But yeah, there's just a difference. Some people are coaches, some people are players. The master has failed more times than the beginner has ever even tried. Do you remember Highway? I do. Highway was a very good mechanical player, chat. He I liked his earlier content where he tried to explain things in Overwatch 1 when he did unranked to GMs. Now, to be fair, a lot of the stuff that he would go for was, how do I put this? When you understand how the game works and you watch an unranked to GM, there's a lot of really funny interactions that happen that really you can only explain as I I aim diff them. I've got good aim. Like there's no other explanation as to why it worked other than you aim there. It doesn't happen all the time, but I dare you guys to look for an unranked GM on Widow, and there's a reason that they don't really exist, and it's because she's a very aim dependent hero. Yes, you have to outposition. Yes, you have to be good with like game sense, but there's a reason that you don't really see unranked GMs on Widow. One of Kenzo's friends, what was his name? He has like a Scottish accent. He did one, and the amount of times where he would go, "Well, I just landed my shot there. Oh, well, you can't miss that. Oh, I missed my shot. Oh, I landed my shot." It was hilarious because it was just an aim diff, and that's the issue. That's why unranked GMs are not educational because you don't even have to make the right choices because if your aim is good enough, it can compensate for you being around a bunch of people that don't know what they're doing. I didn't get good by having good aim. Exactly, Gurak. It's more brain than aim, really. Aim definitely complements, but the reason an unranked GM is not educational is because if your aim is good enough, you don't even have to use your brain half the time. And that's where the disconnect happens. If that makes sense. Mm-hmm. Oh, yo, Tommy with the gifted sub. Gurak, welcome to the mountain. Usually people say that it's just a Smurf moment at better mechanics when it happens, and he gets that as a way to avoid that. Yeah, A10, and even believe it or not, Defran also kind of calls people out for that shit too. Um, put it simply, like Awkward makes a bunch of money off of the unranked to GMs. Why? Because people watch him. You can say it's dishonest, but at the end of the day, he's getting attention, he's getting views, and he's building his brand. So, you know, that's the best way I can put it. If you actually want to improve, it's not by clicking better or watching unranked GMs. A10s I like because he actually explains like the good stuff in the beginning, but most people skip past that, and it's like you guys are missing the best part. So, hmm. But yeah, the way that I go about coaching, especially since you said you have about 2,000 hours there, Metro Washed, is I look at it this way. You've already kind of done the part A stuff, and so for the part B, this is where I come in. So in theory, it takes you about 100 hours to get comfortable with a hero, and then the next 900 to master it. So 1,000 hours on a hero. That's a lot of time. It's a lot of time on a hero. What I do is make it so that the 900 that you would have spent over here, I cover that so you don't have to. And then we focus on this. That's how I coach. I have already gone through the 900 hours of bullshit, so you don't have to. And so that when you book a coaching session with me, what we're trying to get is you to have 100 hours spent playing the character and the game correctly, which also means once you get this, any other character you pick up, this original 900 goes down because I'm building you as a better player, not as a better Rhine player or as a better soldier player or as a better Ana player. I'm making you a smarter player overall so that the learning curve greatly drops. That's how I coach. I will not coach you to be a one trick. If you only play one character, I will coach you on how to be better at the game, but it's not going to just be Genji tips for 100 hours because that's not going to help you. I do this work for you so you don't have to, so you can get back to improving and actually enjoying the game. Does that make sense? That's the best way I can put it. So people ask like, "Hey, is it worth paying for coaching?" Well, if it's worth it to you to not have to spend 900 hours doing whatever, then yeah, it's worth it. Because that's like you only have to do 10% of the bullshit that you would have to before. Pizza refresh, maybe. Definitely have a lot to learn. But we talked about this earlier. I think that's why this game is so much fun. You know, the guitar teacher that has already learned how to do everything is because he was here at some point. The Overwatch coach that's over here on the B column is because he was over here or she was over here at some point. So if I make it so you guys don't have to deal with all of this bullshit, that's already very fulfilling for me. And if I'm able to do it as a business, then there's the incentive. And I'm pretty transparent with you guys. I do this for money, but I also offer free ways of doing it as well so that you guys can see that, hey, I know what I'm talking about, and then word of mouth also helps build the brand. Minx, good luck. Be safe today. That time it gives me a sub. Why am I still watching ads? Oh, pizza, you're talking about this. Ah, you fucking. Y'all are wild. Y'all are wild. Alice, I think that one went over your head. Have a great stream. Bye, Minx. Minx, good luck. No, Atlas don't know what he on about. Pair, just jump into their team and then just stare at them. That's the new monkey tech. Just jump in, stop moving, and just stare at them. Yo, Tommy, that was very nice of you. Were the gifted for Metro. Metro, I don't know if you were actually asking or not, but yeah, Tommy will flex on bitches. Just saying. Yo, and then Storm with a twerking emote. Tommy, thank you very much for the support. It was very nice of you. But I don't know if that makes sense. That's the best way I describe it when it comes to the coaching. I know I can't help everybody, but if my style works for you, I'm excited to work with you. Tommy is very nice. Tommy out here, big heart, big pockets, big pool and paddle game, big hot tub stream energy. I can't help it. The humility overflows. And the pizza, your emotes are working. But yeah, as you guys can see, like Metro, like most of my games that I play in are like diamond and plat. We do a bunch of stuff where we try to take characters that aren't meta and we get them into diamond, which is what most people are trying to do in low elo. But the stuff that I show you guys is the same thing you would use in bronze, it's the same thing you would use in GM. It's the exact same thing. Maybe if I did that, I'd probably go full Kai Sinat and I'd like get people on and we'd be like twerking and stuff like that. It'd be so much fun, Para. Anywho, do any of y'all have any other questions? If not, I might end the stream just because I'm getting pretty tired. We had kind of an emotional morning this morning, so I didn't sleep very well. But everybody's okay, so. Did we get... Y'all are mean. What the fuck? Y'all are mean as hell. I'm so confused. Tommy shows mad support, but then he talks shit about my hairline. Yip yap. Okay, fine. I'll stop yip yapping. If any of y'all have questions or Metro watched, if you are curious, and Goruk as well, we'll be doing VOD reviews tomorrow, so y'all see how I kind of do breakdowns and analysis and stuff like that. Tommy, I was gonna buy you a beer, and I'm over here just with the slander. Wear a muscle suit next stream. We'll do something fun. As the YouTube picks up and I can start funding more things like that, I want to start doing like paid tournaments for you guys. I want to start doing more opportunities to win cool shit like Steam codes, swag, in-game currency, freaking Amazon gift cards. Figure out what I can do. I plan on giving back to you guys in a big way. Because it's not without y'all, I don't get to do what I do. So hot tip stream, but in a Santa outfit. I'll get in good shape and then we'll do it. Anyway, with that being said, chat, I think I'm gonna call it there. Thank you so much for the support. But before I go, as always, please remember, be kind, be humble, be positive, and as always, GG's. I'll see you on the next one. Good luck. Bye.